I'll choose grow every time.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim they worship.
Life is too short to not make understanding the truth a priority.
Here's the thing about the music business. It's a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. Also, there's a negative side.
It's all dualistic.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
No two people should ever agree completely on everything. If that happens, one of them isn't thinking for themselves.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.
4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim we worship.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show me gas pressure without a container.
None of the math adds up.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
This is exactly why grounding is so important.
It's all dualistic.
We see too far.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.
You think you have long COVID? That's what you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw a guy. I listened to a guy called Thomas Campbell. He's a guy who claims everything is a virtual reality and this and that, la 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 la.
oh, sounds familiar.
He took questions from people, and one of the questions was, "Hi Tom," and this is recently, like 5 days ago. "Hi Tom, can you tell me how I get rid of this fear I have? I have this fear of COVID still." And I'm like, really? It's almost 2026. Do you fear COVID? It's like, how?
They're trying to put it back in, and it's in a very subtle way. So, I live in South Florida, and we have that alligator Alcatraz here. And, all the people have been protesting it. It's not fair. There's mosquitoes out there. Like, you are the same people who fucking promote indigenous people all the time. Indigenous people had no problem with it. Why do you think they have a problem with it? So shut up. But anyway, so they apparently some lady came out and said that she applied for a job there, got hired, and went in and had no clue how it was going to be, and now is coming out saying all this terrible stuff about it. But like, they made sure to say that she was working there and contracted COVID and then got fired. It's like, what? People still get COVID? Seriously? I haven't heard the TV say that, so they don't get it anymore. What the fuck, man?
Is this recent?
That was today.
What?
Today. Yes, today.
So
she was working there and contracted COVID and got fired because of it. I mean, they didn't say because of it. They said, and then got fired.
Hey, you got the deadly disease. Fuck you. We don't want you. Like, what? I don't.
You're fired.
Because you got the deadly disease. Not like, oh shit, you got the deadly disease. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. No, you're fired for getting the so-called
Honestly, I have
disease.
A feeling that the whole story is going to turn out to be fake.
See, we don't know that. If
I heard the lady talking, and she did not sound convincing at all, and wouldn't give her real name, so anyone can confirm that she was hired there.
Listen, I will just say this: if they manage to bring back COVID again,
oh my God,
and people buy it, let's say people buy it exactly the same. Again,
oh, they will. At least some people absolutely will.
I think I will have a little harder time sleeping then. I think it will affect my sleep. If the second round is exactly like the first, I will now be having trouble sleeping. Like, okay, Twilight.
Yeah, you'd be like, not
Twilight
only
Zone?
that, like, wait, more people didn't wake up since then. We're fucked,
right?
We're fucked.
And it kind of, to me, then would kind of confirm that yes, they are under some remote control. Like they can just press a button and COVID is super dangerous again. And 15 masks and the 6 feet apart, the arrows.
Well, they'll sell it as a new extremely dangerous variant. That's what they'll do. This isn't your grandmother's COVID. This is the new COVID. Super dangerous. Can kill you in 5 seconds, just like the ones they showed in China originally, where people were dropping dead in the streets, bro. I saw it.
It's funny you mentioned these fake videos because I saw David Nino Rodriguez. They posted a video what appeared to be a bunch of Muslims in New York, right in the streets, doing the Allahu Akbar, like.
Don't act like you don't know it, bro. Come on.
I only know the Allahu Akbar. But so I was like, okay, shit, is this happening? And then I listened closely with headphones. You know, his Allahu Akbar, it sounded digital. So I'm like, this might be fucking AI. And they're stirring shit up, you know, because.
Could be. They love doing that.
Yeah, because, you know, my method now is this. When I can't really tell if the visuals is AI, I go to the second option. Check the
Close
audio.
your eyes and put headphones on.
Yeah, check the
and
audio.
I'm very fucking good with voices, dude. There's like
you would do good with pitch correction, huh?
Multiple times where there's been like a movie where someone was in a mask or their back was turned and you could only hear their voice. And I'm like, oh, that's so and so. And my wife's like, no, it's not. You can't tell. Boom, turned out to be every fucking time. When I hear a voice, I know a voice. And that's why singers who you know their voice the second you hear it are so important to me, I think, because it's like sells the point. But anyway, yes.
Then you would do good with detecting pitch correction as well. Because you know, talking about knowing voices, you know, I know Freddie Mercury's voice really well. So a few years ago, they came out with a new song that was in the vault called "Face It Alone." So he came out, and it was unfinished, but you know they took what they had and made a song out of it. Blah, blah, blah. So me and my wife reacted on it for the first time, and we were listening, and even she was like, "There's something with his voice." I said it too. This is on video. See, we could hear, they've been pitch correcting him there and there and there because we're like, yes, it sounds like him, but it lacks the soul.
It doesn't feel like him. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like you said when you heard that AI Freddie song I sent you a while back.
Yeah. I knew immediately, right? I was like,
you're like, yeah, it sounds like him, but it's soulless or some shit like that. And that's what it becomes.
It is because digital. You don't feel it. You don't feel it. Even I will say, even recording. So even when I recorded my first CD or whatever, when I was 17, so a long time ago, it was already all Pro Tools by then. So that far back, everything was digital. But our producer was very big on they would run the Pro Tools recording through a reel-to-reel and then put it back into Pro Tools. So at least it got some of that warmth because if I listen to a CD, I can immediately tell when it's not fully digital. There's just more a CD. Like anybody uses CDs anymore. Holy shit, I'm old.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? When I listen to a song, I can tell. And everything on the radio obviously is, but I mean like smaller bands, smaller artists, like, oh, they used a reel-to-reel or they used something because there's more of a feeling to it. It's
atmosphere.
I don't know how to describe it to you if you don't know how to hear it. It's very hard because it's not something you can directly point at and say, there it is. It's like you feel it. And some people don't feel music. So
do you think the medium also being changed from going from tape recordings, like they used to record shit on tape back in the way back, and then they started to record it just digitally? Do you think that affects as well?
Absolutely. And I mean, and it even goes back to, and I don't remember what year it is now, but when they changed the frequency of music.
Yeah, 432.
To 432. It's like, Why would they do that? Why would they do that if they don't know that it does something?
It's simple. Like just like you said with the thing you just described, reeling it back in, to get the analog type of sound or the warmth. The same goes with the 440 hertz compared to 432 hertz. When it goes to 440, it becomes a little bit thinner and metallic a little bit. The 432 had a little bit more nature type of warmth to it, a little bit more body.
Yeah, ambiance.
Yeah, so the 440, even though it's like 8 hertz, it still does enough to take some of the soul out of it. So it's probably the same thing there, like as they did with the digital shit.
Yeah,
it
steps.
Got jack shit soul. And now, see, that's just one thing. When they actually did pitch correction, they fucked up even the soul of the take of the vocals.
Yeah.
That's another layer in it. Like at least back in the day you had the digital recording, sure, but the voice was still a human.
Yeah,
untouched.
It was just recorded digitally, but yes,
yeah,
it was just
but it was
human.
still,
there was no auto tune anymore.
Yeah,
or
now
yeah,
they added another layer to that and fucked with the voice plus the digitalness and plus compressing everything and the side chain.
I remember that's one thing Bill was very big on with our recordings was he would never let him use auto tune ever. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it till I get it right. Our second singer had no problem with it at all.
Oh, really?
But yeah. I mean, there was very little singing. It was mostly screaming. It was a hardcore band, so it was only small singing parts.
But they can do something with even that too. Like,
well, those parts were raw. He had a great fucking scream. There
I don't know what it is,
that, but yeah,
I don't know what it is. But back in the days when they didn't have these technologies, the growls felt even more alive. Today, I hear some band doing the growls, and it sounds so. It sounds so
weak.
Like, yeah, and pressed into like there is no dynamic, no I don't know how to describe it, but no dynamic.
Again, if you don't know it, you don't know it. You can't be taught to feel music. And maybe I never thought of this before, and obviously I didn't when I was younger, but maybe it's like, you ever meet a person who's like, oh, I don't really listen to music. They're an NPC. They have to be an NPC, and I guarantee you they're the same people who don't like comedy, because
don't tell this to Ali, because she said I don't listen to music anymore. I don't think she's an NPC.
Well, I mean, not listening to music anymore because of how shitty things have gotten. I understand, but not enjoying music. Like, it's hard for me to be around any kind of music and not like tap my foot because the rhythm's there, blah blah blah. But like people who are just like, oh, I don't like music, or oh, I don't really like comedy. Like, you're missing out on life. Those are the best things in life.
Well, this is the thing. The rip off of Here's the Thing. It's just Snoop's podcast. I think Ali told, she's like, I think music is evil, pure, like fully.
All of it?
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't agree with that, since everything's dualistic.
I can't either.
Since everything is dualistic, there has to be some good music and then some bad music. But the thing is this, that I think life without music becomes a little bit soulless. I don't know. The music adds so much emotion to life.
Music has been used for so many things, not only to add emotion, not only how we say it's in movies and it gives you feeling, but with rowing boats to make timing, with all kinds of things to keep timing. That's why soldiers sing songs when they march. It's not just to make them sing, it's to keep the timing of the march. All of those things are important. Tribes used to do it. Certain things were signals, but I mean, I can't say I know, but I really don't think music can be all evil, when sometimes it gives me some of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. Like when music hits a certain note and the hair stands up on the back of your neck and you just feel that, like, how can that be bad? There's nothing bad coming from that to me.
And
now,
also,
do I think the music industry is fucked? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh, that's for sure. But if you say music in general is bad, that's like saying, okay, take away everything. Let's say we're just caveman and we're really happy and we're starting to sing with our voices. That's music too. So is that evil too? Like when somebody's happy and they're singing something, are they doing something evil? Impossible.
Impossible.
It's impossible.
One caveman slapping on the wall.
Yeah. Is that evil now? Because he's enjoying it, and then he does some oh Maria, oh Maria.
You know? I like that.
So no. But yeah, you have to be very selective with what. That's why I'm the music Nazi. I'm very selective. It's like finding the right partner. I'm almost that selective with music. I'm like, nope, not listening to that shit. No, I don't care. Nope. No, not
That's
listening to that either.
All right, let's No, because I want to get into this with you. I really want to hear what you have to say about this because I have not told you at all what we're going to do here. So I guess I'm going to play this first video. Let me see. Oh, it's fine like that. That's right. We're good.
Whenever you're done, hit exactly.
Yeah. Whenever you're done. Okay, so at first this seems weird, and it does it definitely seems weird, but I think I know what's happening, or at least possibly. So we'll get into that after. But you definitely so watch this if you haven't seen it.
I think I've seen this.
So have you all seen this current trend going around on TikTok where if you say, hey Google, around a baby or a toddler, they seem to freak out. They're absolutely horrified. Now, what are we missing here? It isn't just that they're afraid of the voice. It seems to be something deeper, maybe a frequency change of some sort or something along those lines. Watch this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
That's a mom laughing. That's fucked up.
Right?
Hey Google.
Because they don't understand.
Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Hey Google.
Are you ready to go memes? Hey Google.
Hi Madison. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
Okay Google, turn on the lamp.
It's okay. Belinda, I hear you.
Hey Google.
It is fucking weird, man.
Grayson.
What's going on? Hey Google. Every time.
Why don't you want me to say Google?
Because he frightens me to death because he's so loud.
Well, it's not scary though, it's just a voice.
This kid's literally trying to whisper so it doesn't hear.
It's just a computer.
Just a computer talking. Why are you?
I don't know. Why is whispering?
Because I don't want him to turn on.
Well, he won't turn on. I don't think it's plugged in.
Go
on then. They're not turned on. They won't work then. Why?
Alexa, what's my notifications? Just
Very odd indeed.
It's okay. She's all gone. Baby. Alexa.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
Alexa!
So have you all seen this current...
Stop. I have...
Huh?
Son of a bitch.
Okay, that fucking thing.
So, I have two theories on this, but tell me what you think first.
I have a lot of thoughts going on. First, it feels like whatever is going on, they are sensing something horrific, like like something super scary, and they're like, "Fuck!" They're like almost freezing in a way, like they're okay. So there's something horrific going on, but I want to also say, is this only when you mention the name Google, or have they had interactions with it and understood that it's called Google when they're when they're summoning this fucking voice?
I would think that it's been an ongoing thing and that's why they react this way, but it is interesting that you don't hear Google react or Alexa to any of these, right?
But that's why I'm thinking, is it just the word Google that makes them do this, or is it like previous
That's
encounters?
a very good question. So what I was going under the assumption that it was previous encounters, but that's a very good question. So let's go under that assumption because we don't know. My first thought is they sense evil better than we do, and there's something fucking evil in there, and they know it, and they know that that's not right, that's not natural, and there's something wrong with it. And as they grow up, they'll get used to it and stop talking about it, but instinctively they know. So that's what I feel. But there's also the other side of something. So do you know that people at different ages can hear different frequencies, and as you get older, the frequency gets lower and lower and lower?
Yeah, I've heard something about that. After 20 or something.
Yeah. So we're gonna take the test.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
Yeah, I have it ready.
Okay, because I think I have more thoughts on.
Oh yeah.
That one.
You can give more thoughts. I'm just saying I want to show you that there's definitely frequencies that possibly children can be hearing that we're not. And maybe when the parents say, "Hey Alexa" or Google, maybe when it turns on, it makes some frequency that we don't hear. And
okay, it's still related to the video. Okay, go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So,
man, I hope I have cleared my earwax.
Put your hand up when you stop hearing it, because when I listen to this, I listen to a few of them, and a few of them, I mean, they're all very close, but this one at my exact age, I couldn't hear it anymore.
Okay.
So, all right,
okay,
here we go.
Put your hand up when you don't hear anymore. Okay.
Yep. Ready? Put it big screen because I'm in my YouTube thing. Let me know when it's ready. No. Oh, no, wait, don't, because we got to see us put our hands up. I lied.
That's true.
Ready?
Yeah. Fucking sound, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is like getting
I know,
in the
but
ears.
Here it goes. Lower.
Yeah.
You've got good hearing, man.
I do. I got a lot of vax in it. Vaccine. So where did you? We don't know where we stopped, right? We have no idea.
Mine was right at my age, 43. I was watching the age because it said it.
I didn't see. Was it on the screen?
Yeah, it was on the screen the whole time, so you'll be able to see exactly where you put it up.
So
I didn't see where you did.
47 years old.
No, you were in the low 30s somewhere.
Low.
No, it 30. Goes down. It goes down. Your age. You have the hearing of a 30-something-year-old. I have the hearing of exactly my age, because it starts at a tone. It's where you can't hear it anymore. So it starts at 100 and something, and it's real low, and they can all hear it. So as the pitch goes up, the age goes down.
You know what it probably is? First of all, you got 2 years on me. That's number one. Number two, you probably blew your ears way worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in really loud rehearsals and shit as well, where you come out, it's like,
yeah,
and I got no, safety thing in the ear, but I think you have been exposed to it way more,
repeatedly for like 10 years straight, almost every night. Yeah,
and then add 2 years on top of that.
So yeah. No, you hit it better than me. So that's all I'm saying is, yes, that could be a thing that it puts out a thing, because clearly it's true that there's tones that different people can hear and people can't hear. But I also go back to that. I think it's evil. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go back to that. But I heard something about like the evil music industry. They put something in frequencies, 20,000 something. Where only the 18, 20-year-olds hear that, and I think that might be why they have these young people, they seem to have, some of them, not all, a little bit problem with hearing old school songs and recordings. They want the new garbage because it feels, to them, that feels like fresh. And when they hear old school, it sounds almost caveman
stale.
Like,
they're like,
they're like,
what's
this
this?
is not fresh. This is
that's
the
their
shit.
problem.
I know, but maybe they're hearing that little extra frequency that makes them like, oh yeah, this is great. That's not so great,
Yeah, maybe.
But okay, going back to the kids thing, just like Ali's been talking about this a lot. She's like, everybody when we're kids, we can sense a bunch of shit, but we don't remember it because when we grow older, we just don't remember the years when we were like 2, 3, 4, whatever. And that we all really have way better abilities and see things and hear things and all that shit, and we just lose them later
fully
because we become poisoned with whatever brain programming,
poison,
and all
programmed, exactly,
all that shit. So one theory is that they are not they haven't been tainted just yet, so they can actually see AI for what it is. I mean, you, me, and a lot of others, we can, even though we're like 40, we can sense like this shit isn't good, but the mom of these kids, the moms of these kids, they're like, oh, what is it, honey? Like, why?
They're clearly not awake.
Yeah, they think it's silly. This is just AI Alexa. They're friendly. There's nothing. Some sounds that helps us out every day, Why? So for them, this is all a fun thing. Like, haha, it's like when we got a new cat, and this is a very funny thing. It's like 9 months, right? It takes leaves and whatever it can find, and it thinks it's like something it has catched in the outside, huh? So it runs away with whatever it finds in its mouth, and it starts to like
awesome.
acts really tough and shit, huh? And we just laugh at it because like what are you doing? Like, if you didn't do, I wouldn't even know that you took this in your mouth over there in the corner. So you're exposing yourself, dummy. So what I'm saying is, these moms, they're taking it sort of like we do with the cats, like, ha ha ha, silly, why are you doing this? Or you don't need to be scared of that, it's silly. They're doing that with the kid, like, well, why are you taking this so seriously? It's just Alexa, it's just Google, But no, this is an entity, probably a demon. And that's why they're sensing it, because they're like, fuck, I don't see this voice. What is this thing? And it talks like authority. It's scary. Mom, don't turn that shit on.
Why are you letting demons in the house, Mom?
Yeah.
Why are you letting demons in the house?
Think of how scary that is for them, though. They don't understand what the fuck's going on. What the fuck are you doing, Mom? Why are you so friendly with this demon all the time? And you talk to it? What the fuck?
They're freaked the fuck out.
Right? You're supposed to be my safety. You're talking to it like it's dad. What
you bought it and brought it in the fucking house, and then you're talking to it?
Mom, why do you all the time put that shit on every day, several times a day, man? How the fuck can I go on? I can't go on like this.
I'm gonna cry.
My home doesn't feel safe. Fucking demon that gets
I know.
like a flick of a switch is in my house.
I know. Mom invited in too.
See, this is what pisses me off with parents. It's like, motherfucker, you're not ready. You're not ready. And I have no kids, and but I'm saying you're not ready. This is a parent should be way more wise to things than this.
Yeah, you shouldn't be having kids if you don't know that you're messing with a fucking demon.
Yeah.
Come
and
on.
There's a majority of these.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks really weak in our fight against
That's
AI.
why we're at where we're at, man. That's why we're here.
Well, there is some hope. And this was also a thing Ali brought up. Listen, Ali is like a fucking tree of shit. Not a tree of shit, but you know what I mean.
A tree of knowledge.
Yes, another image. I don't know if I talked to you about it. There was an image she posted. It said like, we are 8 billion people, but not all 8 billion people are souls. They're just whatever, synthetic, NPC, whatever you name it. So there might be less than 1 billion or less real, actual souls out there, and what they're doing is they're diluting, like, so that we don't detect who's a real soul, and like they're mixing us with the non-souls.
Yeah.
But the positive is, if that's true, if it's a way lower number of souls, then that means if we as souls, the real souls, are the ones that is actually affecting reality, that means we only need to sway them souls.
Just those.
In order for
just the real ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a good thing. Because otherwise, you might feel like, it's impossible. It's 7 billion of these retards, and they're just.
I personally don't believe there's that many people. I think that's a lie too.
I'm with you with that too. Yeah, I'm with you.
I think they claim that.
I think did I say it to you one time? I don't know. Like in some concerts, I've been watching the footage, and I'm like, I try to kind of count the first rows, like 16, 17, 18, 40. 80. I'm like, how the fuck is this 75 or 100,000 people? I got the first
that section, and then
that section is like 150 people. How? I don't know. So they might be fucking with us with that number, on the Earth thing.
Oh, I think they are for sure. I definitely think they're lying about how many of us there are. That makes it much easier. If you think there's that many people, and you're like, oh, the resources are limited, and global warming, and the oil is scarce, and this and that, it makes it much easier. The water's going to run out. They can charge you for everything then if you think there's a scarcity.
Think about this also. Let's say, if you believe in voting, they could be claiming a bunch of people are voting, and they're not even, they don't even exist. How the fuck would you know? Would you call them like one by one to see? And even now, that could be an AI connected to each number now.
I know. Hello? Yeah.
It's like, ChatGPT, create 8 billion phone numbers with individual voice and accents and age groups. So if anybody calls any of these numbers, you're ready to respond. Hello? Yes.
Everyone's different voice.
You know what I mean? So you're like, maybe there is 8 billion people out there. You know what I mean? Like today, we don't know jack shit. They can fake all of these motherfuckers. But with going back to the voting, they can just, these 90 million people, they voted this way. None of them exist.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. Anything you see on the news, like, do you know that really happened? How do you know? How do you know that any of these things really happened? Unless you were there.
Yeah, but now it's way worse than ever before. Like, than ever before. I've almost given up on like, it's like, I don't know.
So, okay. You believe that this is a simulation, right?
Yes.
and you believe that it's possibly created by Satan.
Not created by Satan,
or run
it depends. It depends on what you're saying. Like, I do believe at least the virtual reality they have in store for us to jump into in the future. That's for sure. I think is Satan. I'm not 100. I don't know if this is the one that we're in right now is Satan or not. It could. Even this one could be too. We could already be in one thinking we're not, you know?
So if you believe that it's a simulation and that they don't want us to know it's a simulation, why would they let us know that their technology is getting this advanced?
What do you mean, let us know?
Why would they let this stuff out? They could control what comes out. Why would they let internet out? Why would they let us see all these videos of robots, of all of that? Why would they let us do that?
Because they need us to use the internet to extract whatever the fuck they're doing with us. Like,
okay, so besides the internet, why do they need to show us the robots? Why do they need to let us see the fucking brain chips from Elon? Why do they need to show us and tell us how advanced they're getting if that ultimately leads to us realizing that it could possibly be a simulation?
Yeah, that is a good question. I guess it must be tied into whatever their agenda or goal is. Like whatever they're doing to us, it involves the technology. Like
they need us to get there.
Yeah, they have to get that technology involved with us somehow for some reason. I guess.
But if it's a simulation, they could have written it in from the beginning. Unless you think it's a simulation written by a creator and now they're hacking it per se.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if this is a pure satanic virtual reality we're in. It could just be that God created this realm and gave Satan charge of it. Like, you're in charge of this realm, and if they then decide to jump into your future virtual reality, then they did with their free will, and now they're stuck in hell with you as you want. That's what you want. But I told Templar this. In the future, when they try to capture us, let's say if they can't read our minds fully, they might actually send us into a virtual reality and
to
make
see
us
how we're
sort of like Inception. They throw us in there, and we don't know that it's a fake reality because they wipe our mind.
Yeah.
And then they send fake people around you and like, tell me more, Ted. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And you trust those guys because they're your friends in that virtual reality. Because
yeah,
you're like, listen, Barry, I tell this only to you. And Barry is really Satan's AI that you're talking to. Yeah, I think this, I think that. That's weird. So now they are now getting a read on your thoughts through Barry.
It's funny you say that because so many thoughts here. One, yes, they put all that with showed us in Star Trek with the holodecks going into completely fake virtual reality world that you can smell, touch, feel, taste, all of it.
Yeah.
But also, oh Jesus, I lost it on the Star Trek.
Hold on.
What were you saying before
back.
that?
I said you were thrown into a fake reality.
Oh yeah,
by the
machines. So this is what you're saying is what I think all of reality may be, and I don't think it's a virtual reality. I mean, it depends how you use that word. I don't think we only exist inside a machine. That's what I want to be clear about. Anything beyond that, I'm comfortable discussing because I have a hard time thinking that I can pinch is just code, but I do also know that even our human brains only sense electrical firings and all that. But
yeah, if you turn
what
off
you're saying,
all of your senses,
yeah. But
you keep bumping into shit. And let's say you're in the sewers, you can't smell it either. And you can't feel the fucking shit on your face, you know, and you can't
Snoop.
see it. You can't see it, and you can't touch it. You can't smell it. You can't taste it, but you're still alive. What are you in that situation? You know, what are you?
I don't
You
know.
don't feel jack shit, or you don't sense anything. You're still alive. Like, let's say I could do that to you without killing you, like just snip it, snip, snip,
Yeah.
snip. Huh? But you're still alive somewhere in a room with shit. You wouldn't know where the fuck you are. Like, you wouldn't even sense anything to even know that you're alive. So, like,
it depends what is there still is. Can you see?
No,
Can you
all of
hear?
it is
No.
gone. See, hear, touch, smell,
Every single
taste.
sense, then yeah,
Yes,
I don't know
5
what's left.
gone.
Maybe just thought.
Yeah.
If you can't take away thought, though.
No, that's probably true. But what I mean is regarding to this reality, because you said I have a hard time believing this flesh. Yeah, but this flesh, you can only sense it because you're sensing it. If you didn't
You
sense
can only
this flesh,
sense it because you're sensing it.
yeah.
But anyway, so what I was saying about this
Yeah,
was that ties
machine.
into what you were saying about people testing you like Inception is
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's what our whole existence is that we are antennas for whatever's up there, and we're down here taking a test, and we're here to see what. And fuck, man, allegedly Dave said it so good.
Yeah. Should
If
have him
you-
on. Let's have him on again.
We will again for sure.
Uh,
So if you want to know if someone's a psycho, like a psychopath, you can't say, "Hey, are you a psychopath?"
yeah.
Because they're gonna say no. But if you put them in situations and test them to see, then that's the only way you know. So if life is a test to see how pure your soul really is in order to move on to heaven or whatever the next level you believe is, it's a series of tests that you chose to come into and take, I think.
It's
That's
funny.
what I think it is.
It's like God want to see if you're a psychopath. It's like God ask you, "Are you a psychopath?" You're like, "No." All right, let's see.
Yeah, get in there.
Get in.
Get in there.
And it kind of reinforces the thing about talking and show and action. Like a psychopath talking, saying, "No, I'm not a psychopath." That's one thing. But then when it comes down to it, now you're gonna see with your actions if you're a psychopath. Way more valuable.
Yeah, because you can't just ask them the questions either. Like, what would you do in this situation? Because you know what they're going to say. They're going to know what to answer. You got to put them in that situation and don't let them know that you're being watched and see what they do. Now, think about how pure and important a soul would be if there is a limited amount. You only want the ones who have graduated to that level to come to the afterlife, heaven, the next level of the game, whatever you think it is. You have to be at a certain level. So life's a fucking test, man. That's what I believe.
It would make sense that there is a finite number on souls, but just because of the thing that, the less there is of something, the better it is. Like, if there was endless amount of souls, then who gives a fuck,
Yeah,
fuck shit.
Endless. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
5 billion
Jehovah's
souls
Witnesses is it?
Yeah.
That believe there's 144,000. 144,000 is actually a very common number. I know, and to be honest, if you believed that there was only 144,000 souls that could go to heaven. I mean, I guess if you believe that only certain people were souls, that kind of makes more sense. But before it was always like, oh, only 144,000 people can go to heaven. Like, why would you be trying to spread the word then and get other, like, what if you get booted out because they're better? No,
right?
Screw.
So when you
but
promise,
if you believe there really are only that many real souls, and you believe you're a real soul and you're protected, that actually makes me give them a little more credit now if that's what they believe. So,
or maybe they're trying to tell themselves to feel better because nobody really answers the door.
Well, they're definitely doing that. But.
Nobody really answers the door.
Yeah.
Out
Have
of
you
a
heard the
million.
news? How do you even know that? See, you live in America. Do you guys have them going around in Sweden? No. So how do you know?
We do have them.
Oh,
we
do you
actually
really?
brought in some of them. We did.
Do you really? Still, I
Yeah.
haven't had them since I was a kid. So maybe it's
Well-
just that you guys are way behind again.
Yeah, I used to always reject them, and I was like, this time, let's come in. We'll give you tea and cookie.
Oh,
Come
God,
in.
I gotta hear this story.
Let's
please.
talk.
How did
Yes.
that go?
No, they became almost like, I don't want to say friends, but they're like came many times, and I listen.
Yeah?
I am exactly like I am here, right? So there is no like I didn't lead them on to anything like maybe if you come 2 more times, then I
Yeah.
might. I was like telling them straight to their face why I don't believe religion and stuff like that. We even went into the jab. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm like, how did you guys respond to this jab? And they're like, oh, we have to take it because. I'm like, do you know there's a substance called Lucifer in it? Lucifer Ace. You know
Yep.
that? Oh, no, I did not. Well, hold on. Let me Google. So I Googled. Show.
Wow. Dude.
Well, I mean, Wikipedia is saying that's just a thing for something that is luminous, and they
Yeah.
saw,
So why is it called that? They could have
Because-
named it whatever they wanted.
Yeah, but Lucifer is light, you know. That's trying to come up with some bullshit excuse. And another point we said to them is, it's weird that you guys say that God said trust in your government or some shit like that. I was like, no, what the fuck is that? Trust in your government. Why do you guys say that? Anyway, so there was a bunch of shit. So yeah, so maybe they are trying to just make themselves feel good. Like there are only 124 souls, 124,000
44,000.
44,000 because
Yep.
out of a million, only like 12 opens the door and lets them in, and then they're like,
Yeah,
there
it's
might only
possible.
be
But
that
so
much
that
souls.
that really makes me want, because we don't get Jehovah's Witnesses coming around anymore, even though they have a place like literally 3 blocks from me, but they don't come around. But I do see people all the time holding these signs, like multiple
Yeah.
places throughout the city,
Yeah.
like that want to talk to you about the Bible. Like
Do
I
they
would
give away
love to
tea
go
too?
up to them
Yeah.
and fucking drop some flat earth knowledge on them out of the Bible. It would be so good.
Even that we
And
talked
record it.
about.
Yep.
Flat Earth.
Oh, you did?
And then they're like laughing it off, but still leaving it open, like, well, you could be right, but but they're not buying that either. They're globies, which is retarded.
Yeah,
if your
crazy,
Bible
yeah.
is hinting. I even said, what about under the sun? Why would you say everything under the sun has already? Because you have to, for it to be under, it has to be flat.
Yeah.
In space,
Above
there is
you,
no.
or it's there is no up or down, right?
In space, it's 360 degrees up and
They
down.
love saying that. There's no up and down in space.
And then I also even said, what about the 4 corners? How the fuck can I have 4 corners on a ball? Shit like that. They're like, ha 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 ha, But
Or how about how God created 2 lights, one for the day and one for the night?
Yeah,
Not one light and a rock that it shines off of. The moon. Come on.
I know. So listen. Why I took them in was to see, is there a chance for these people? And I have to say, unfortunately, no.
There's
They
no
are
chance.
They are just like another type of NPC, according to me. Like,
yeah,
okay, they believe in God, which is good, and they mean well, that's good and all that. But they're still as brainwashed in a different way as regular NPCs. So it's a waste of time. If you ever see them, don't. Okay, listen. If you ever see them, try it once for yourself to just get it confirmed for yourself and not just by words. Try it once. Give it some time, like an hour if you need. Like Groundhog's Day. You need to give it enough time to understand, okay, it's no use.
No. Done.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm going to try that, though. I'm going to talk to some of them and see. Just bone up on my Bible verses before I go talk to them.
One thing, though, I think that might actually hinder them. Let's say they would want to wake up to whatever you're saying. It's not really accepted if they take on some of your stuff.
Yeah.
And if the other guys hear about it,
they would all have to. Yeah.
You're now
Or
in a
you're
little
fucked.
bit of trouble. You might lose your fucking Jehovah's positions. You know, whatever that is.
You might be 144,001. All right.
Yeah.
You might not make it in.
Exactly. So even if they wanted to accept some of the things, they can't because they lose something in their membership club thing. See, that's why I'm against clubs. I mean, regular clubs and clubs like this.
And
you know?
those clubs.
Yeah, I just don't like clubs. I don't know.
I don't want to be a part of anything.
I just want to be me around
Except
people.
for Phone Booth Productions. Go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Phone Booth Productions for podcasts. Go check it out.
Yeah, we forgot about, the Phone Booth Podcast.substack.com. Yeah,
we forgot about that. You got to do that. So, you have any more to say on this before we watch my second video? Or
yeah, we were talking about
the
Google Kids, right?
The Google Kids.
The Google, yeah. Because what's sad about it is probably after a few more years, they will now be, hey Google, like
but I wonder if new babies will still be like that. I think they will.
I mean, aren't they kind of new? These kids, like they're fairly young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, once these kids grow up, they're not gonna be sensitive to it anymore. But are new kids gonna come up and be like, "What is this? Fuck no, I'm not." Like, I hope there's a generation that's just like, "Oh my god, cell phones are evil. All of this is evil. I don't want to do it."
No, I think
that'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, if they get this reaction, then I think the newer kids would also get that until a certain point. Until though, they're literally in a fucking
it's beaten out of them.
No, they come out of a fucking machine womb. Like if they're already I don't know,
barrage of fucking vaccines and shit.
Yeah, and they grow up with robots for 4 years. No humans. So I guess then maybe they.
My nanny's a fucking robot. I love my nanny.
Or maybe the first thing you ever talk to is Google AI, and that becomes like, okay, that's dad.
It's gonna end up being okay. This is gonna be a touchy subject for people, but some of the first people in the movement to get African Americans rights in America were people who were raised by black people because their parents hired them as the help. So they grew up being closer to the black nanny than their own mom. So when they grew up and got the, black people are bad? No, clearly they're not. I grew up with my nanny, blah, blah, blah. Like, so they were the forefronts of this movement because even though the old Southern older people were still, and I don't believe most of the racism from back then anyway, because I know a lot of old Southern people that weren't racist and they all live side by side. And think about all the culture and who talks the most alike. Black people and Southern people, their slang is almost exactly the same. Their food is almost exactly the same. So clearly they intertwined with each other. So I don't think it was like they made. But anyway, so I think it's going to be like, it's going to be weird at first. And then a kid who grew up with a nanny that was a robot is going to be someone who grows up and is like at the forefront of fighting for robot rights to be included and all that. That's how it happens, man. That's the script they give us all the time. That's what's going to happen. Mark my words. Mark it.
Yeah, they have to take away the humanity completely from the kids' world from the get-go so that it will be used to the machine and take it as normal.
They already are. They're all in their tablets all day.
Yeah,
all day, headphones on in restaurants, in their tablet, like.
But that's the step by step.
I know, and I get it as a parent. It's either let my kids scream and annoy the shit out of me so I can't enjoy a meal, or give them a tablet with headphones and they're quiet the whole time. But look at what you're doing to your kid. you're fucking putting it in an endless trance of fucking
And listen, I think
YouTube videos and everything else.
There might even come a time where they will tell some future parents, like, listen, COVID is here. And
COVID
COVID is here. And you know how dangerous COVID is, especially with the news coming out that they hit infants straight from when they come out from your pussy. Straight.
COVID.
Remember when we with COVID, how when you stood up it was cool, but no, when you sit down it was cool.
Sit down it was cool. Yeah, if you went to the bathroom, put your mask
this
on.
is the same kind of a thing. As soon as the kid comes out of the womb, COVID hits.
It's like Walking Dead, where at first you had to be bitten by a zombie in order to turn into a zombie, but then anyone who died turned into a zombie because it was in the air then. So anybody who died came back as a zombie because COVID is fucking everywhere.
Yeah. So future parent, do you want to take the risk of a natural birth where COVID might kill your kids instantly? Or you want to sign up for this machine thing where your kid comes out of the machine and lives with the machines for a while because they take care of the COVID. So they grow up a few years with the machine, and then we hand it over to you, and you can now live with it. What do you say? Which one? Which alternative? Which alternative you want to take? And depending on how big of an NPC retard you are, that's gonna decide how many will take this machine option. But that's
No, go ahead. Go finish.
That's only until they can completely take the man and the woman out of the picture and just produce the baby straight from the microchip, you know?
Yeah, but see, this is what made me think, and I didn't have it loaded up. Fuck. Hold on.
Okay, I can speak while you're doing that.
Yeah, so, put it in here because when you mentioned childbirth, it like sparked something in my head.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know it sounds ridiculous that they might even be able to produce a child in a fucking lab.
Not at all. They've already done it.
Yeah, okay. So if they've already done it, but maybe they're missing something and they're trying to figure out because
the soul.
Yeah, they're trying to fuck. We ain't getting the soul. We're getting the fucking body and all that shit, but that's not really what we care for. We care for the soul, motherfucker. So how do
we want the souls?
Yeah, so listen, this world right now is so nuts that I don't exclude anything anymore. Like anything is possible. Even religion.
It's for sure nuts. But so the thing is, here's the thing. I don't know when it started. And I don't know if it was from the last reset or when it happened, but I do know that there was better people back in the day. So if I go back to when shit started getting crazy, I have to believe in my soul it started around late 1800s, early 1900s. Demons started being in control, had taken over enough people that they were making big changes in the world. So I don't know when the resets were, but I know a big thing was getting mothers out of the home was a big one.
Yeah.
Convincing them that the whole women's rights movement, and don't get me wrong, I believe women can do some things men can't do, and I believe men can do some things women can't do. So we all have our roles. I don't think one is greater. I think men are better at some things than women are. And they happen to be some of the more important things. But I think women are better at some things. So I don't think it's totally like... Anyway, I don't think it's totally going
I'm
one
going to
way.
add to that. I'm going to add to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, this whole sensitivity about this, I think is silly. You know, like... Don't say that you are better at a lot of more things than us. Listen, fuck who says what. Let's put it to the test. If you're actually better on soccer, then let's prove it. You know, and then there is no hard feelings. We all
No,
got it black on white.
I didn't mean anything like that. I
know.
Women are generally better at dealing with children.
Absolutely, without a
stuff
fucking
like that.
Oh yeah, we suck pretty much at that. But that's because they listen. The kid comes from them. They will always have at least a 51% more connection. Like 51%, we got 49 because all we did was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, this was all me. I was just wanting to add, like, I don't understand why everybody is so fucking make this into a thing. Men are better at a lot of things. It's just, how we came to that conclusion. We put it to the test. It wasn't just we saying it. We put it to the test, and then everybody agreed. It's like a court. Like, every evidence is put there. Like, Sarah, how many scores did you get? 1.5.
Yeah.
One?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's measure
Patrick.
it. Yeah.
Patrick got 19. So,
yeah.
and then Thomas got 17, and
I love your American names. They're always the gayest names ever.
And
Patrick
Karina
and
only got 0 score. So, okay, I think
the point I was trying to make by saying that is that women are better at, and it's not like, okay, so they programmed us to think that raising kids and being good at taking care of a household and being good at cooking and all that is a bad thing. And they did that in order to, one, alienate the children from the parents in order to get them into the school system more, in order to program them easier. And two, because they could get the mother to work and it would be a second tax, because now you have 2 parents paying taxes. But no, go ahead.
See, this is where I kind of, a lot of women will hate me for saying this, but I think I must say it. I don't think we men would have bought that stuff. Like if let's flip it. Let's say they were trying to convince us that we're better than women on ballet.
They're just gonna say that's because men are lazy. Men would just be like, yeah, we suck. Okay, I'm gonna stay home.
No, I would say, listen, I can't do that ballet shit. I can barely spread my legs wide enough. I can't do.
It's not what I heard.
Never. I would never be delusional. Like, I know I ain't better at ballet. Okay, I would never.
Yeah,
say,
like
yes,
there's I see what you're saying. Like, there's a commercial where, like, oh, you're not doing ballet? Are you letting women hold you back, man, from doing ballet?
Yes,
what's wrong with you? You can do ballet too.
No, I can't. I really can't. Yeah. I mean, I'm serious. I will look like a retard doing some moves and falling and rolling around and shit. I really suck at that. Yeah, I really suck at that. As a man, I have no problem with saying women are forever better at ballet. Okay, and even horse riding. Fuck, I don't know. They might be better at horse riding as well.
They're better at a lot of things, and those are the things that they took from them. They're better at raising children. They're better at keeping the home intact. They're better at all of that.
That's a great example.
And they took that from them and said, all of that is insignificant. You're nothing unless you have a job and are bringing money in the home. Ooh. Which is more important? A paycheck or your children being raised correctly?
Because that's a one-time.
My brother's wife does not work. She stays home.
Yeah, you only got one shot at making this person, okay?
And that's how it always was until they stepped in and made women feel like the women's empowerment movement was all about saying we can do anything men can do, so we're going to go in the workforce and show it. And we're going to leave our kids at home. And I'm not saying dads can't stay home and watch kids, but you're better at it. Yeah. You are fucking better at it. And men are better at going at work and dealing with shit because we don't go, oh my God, did you hear what Tommy said at lunch? Blah, blah, blah. We don't get bummed about shit like that. You guys do. Stay out of the office, stay in the fucking home and do what you got to do. Like, this is fucking crazy that they put us here and made people feel guilty for being in the roles that we're meant to be in.
It's like
insane.
It's like what you said with, like, if we men were to say that we are better at raising kids, that would be retarded. I mean, okay, listen. We have one purpose that the females don't have in raising kids, and that is our job is to say no and to be the tough love, you know? Like, even if the kid cries, you just have to keep maintaining, like, no, right? Because women always surrender. Yeah, women always surrender when they see the kid crying. They're like, all right, here you go with the candy. Here you go.
Here's the lollipop.
Yeah, but our job is to say no. So in that department, yes, we are better in that department at raising them in that way. But they need both, though. They need the no and the mother love, the love from the mother, you know, because we are way colder.
Mother love.
Yeah, we're way colder, you know. So we're not. It's not enough. I mean, they do need both. But if they had to choose one of them, I would probably go with the mother, even though there's a risk when you're only with the mother that you get a soft kid. That's a risk we'll have to take, because I rather want the kid to have some emotion, like a human touch, than a cold motherfucker that was raised by the dad and probably, you know what I mean? Like, I rather
get out in the field. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I'd rather pick the human touch, even if the kid can go soft.
Human touch. Anyway, yes, women, stay home. Don't get a job.
Yeah, I mean,
better.
Don't be delusional. That's all we're asking. Don't be delusional. If you think you're better, test it.
Here's the thing. This is why I say that it's just as important. Because say, let's do a hypothetical. You get married, have a great life, you have kids, you and your husband retire, or you and your wife, whatever, whichever way you look at it, which I'm talking to. I'm talking to women right now. But you retire and your job's done, right? Men are better at going to work and doing that. So yes, we can say, yes, we did this, we built our family. But which is more important at that point? The fact that the mother raised a good child, or how good you were at your job?
Dude,
because the job doesn't fucking matter.
You go to the job to make sure the kid is raised, like the kid stays alive. So raising is the number one thing. That's why you go to the work.
And so they belittled that, and they made it a fucking thing, like women should feel bad about that's all they do, and they should get a job. And my whole point in all of this is that they did that on so many levels. And you mentioned way back, I don't even remember what you said that sparked this, talking about pregnancy and all that. But this is something, we need to see, because Nestle, which the chocolate people and the water people and all that, they're the first people who invented baby formula. And they invented it because some women can't breastfeed. I understand that. But clearly, breastfeeding is better for your baby. They're still getting antibodies from you. And when breastfeeding went down, that's the same incline when allergies went up to everything, because you stopped getting all of that from your mother and all that. So just watch this video real quick, and then we'll discuss it.
When Henry Nestle first created his baby formula back in 1867, the whole idea was a supplement to help mothers who couldn't breastfeed their children, certainly not to try and replace breast milk altogether. And the reason for that is studies have shown that natural breast milk is healthier than any formula. Natural breast milk is widely recommended by the World Health Organization, American Medical Association, UNICEF, and countless others. So for a while, baby formula was sold simply as an alternative for those who needed it. But in the 1970s, roughly 100 years after the company first began, sales seemed to be slowing down, and Nestle started to get greedy. They wondered, why if we could sell this baby formula to all mothers, not just those who actually need it? You see, despite all the other products Nestle had launched, baby formula was still one of Nestle's biggest moneymakers, and that's because it has very high profit margins. So imagine how much more money they could make if they could expand their market to all mothers. So Nestle began a campaign to undermine breast milk and aggressively advertised their baby formula as being superior, manipulating mothers into believing Nestle's formula was a necessity for the health of their babies and that it would be better for their child than breastfeeding, when in reality, the evidence was the opposite. Nestle's formula was vastly inferior to natural milk, as it lacked many of the nutrients that helped babies fight off disease and keep them healthy. By encouraging mothers to switch when they didn't need to, it was putting their babies at a higher risk of infection and malnutrition. In order to make sure mothers believed this information though, Nestle began paying off doctors and hospitals to peddle their formula by asking them to tell mothers it was better than breastfeeding. Nestle then ramped this up further in Africa and Asia, where they would hire saleswomen to dress up like nurses and convince mothers to give up breastfeeding and use their formula instead. These saleswomen were paid on commission, meaning the more formula they sold, the more money they made, thus encouraging them to sell the formula very aggressively, which they did. These saleswomen, posing as genuine nurses, would walk the halls of maternity wards, or even visit mothers at their homes unannounced and sell them on Nestle's baby formula. And it gets much worse. Nestle got these fake nurses to hand out free samples of their formula to mothers. Except they gave them just enough samples that by the time the samples ran out, the mothers would have stopped producing milk naturally and thus had no choice but to pay for Nestle's expensive product to keep their child alive. This proved to be very successful and profitable for Nestle, and so they expanded this plan to many other locations, but especially developing nations, where many of the women weren't educated enough to know the information they were being fed wasn't true. After all, if a woman who appears to be a qualified nurse is telling you that your baby needs this product, you're just gonna believe them. Of course, the consequences were fatal. It's estimated millions of babies died or were made severely deficient in essential nutrients because of this. The worst impact was in third world countries where there was no access to clean water. The big problem was that the baby formula had to be mixed with water, and yet Nestle was convincing people they needed to use this baby formula in places where clean water was in very short supply. So the formula was getting mixed with water that was polluted and contaminated, thus making the babies ill. To make matters even worse, because many of these women couldn't afford to keep buying the baby formula that their babies now depended on, they instead diluted it with even more water, which meant that the babies didn't get enough of the nutrients they needed from the formula, leading to malnutrition. It didn't help that the instructions on the packaging were in English, which most of the mothers in these countries couldn't read, so they didn't even realize that by diluting it so much, they were starving their children. This also meant many of them didn't know they needed to boil the water first to prevent bacteria making their baby sick. For a while, Nestle did nothing about any of this, and seemed to be getting away with it all. But then in 1974, a publication entitled The Baby Killer specifically called out the serious consequences of aggressively pushing baby formula in these countries. Nestle was listed for its involvement in creating a need that didn't exist before, then convincing consumers the product was necessary, and then getting them hooked on it, all whilst completely ignoring the tragic consequences. When this was translated into German by Swiss campaigners, it was given the very blunt title, Nestle Kills Babies, which when Henry Nestle first created his baby formula back in 1867.
You know, I was thinking about what he just said. Like, what if when they made it so that more and more mothers took this fucking bullshit, that within that, it had a substance that actually make you stop being able to do natural breastfeeding.
It
like
very well could.
You know? And then
but even naturally, when women stop, when you're not actively breastfeeding, it stops. So
yeah. So but if they put in some substance that fucks with their thing,
yep, clogs up the
better.
glands and shit. Yeah.
This to me just proves demons. Like, this is only a demon can be like this. You know?
I agree.
Let me do this. Let me put this there. Let me tell them that, and let them take this so that they lose the ability to do that. Like, that's a demon. That's all proof you need, really. I don't want to hear. I just don't want to hear only money. It's all about money. No, it's not just about money.
They don't give a fuck about money. Does not matter.
That's on a low level.
All. Money is just to keep us down.
You know what's funny? Not to change the subject. I was thinking the other day, do anybody really know what money is and how it really works? Like, really, really know what it is and how it works, how the whole system goes.
It doesn't really work. It's a fiat currency that means nothing other than what they say it means, and
I get that, but what I mean is
I
everybody is
personally go
following
ahead
a
finish
system.
first.
No, they're just following
Yeah,
a
it's agreed
system.
upon. That's what fiat is. It's just the agreed upon value of something. It doesn't actually have any value at all anymore. It's just that we agree that it has this much value.
Let's look at that for a second. Have we really agreed? Or is it more that we just accepted that this is how we get shit? Like, I haven't agreed to this. I've just understood that, all right, I need to play with these things to get things I need. you know? I don't even know if I've agreed to this shit. Maybe we're all just falling into a system that we can't really do anything about.
I think personally, honestly, that all money was created to give you, and I may have said this, and if I have, go fuck yourself. I don't care. I repeat myself. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I think all money is created to give you a negative, dark feeling about any exchange of anything you get. Because, again, when you go back to the barter system, which it used to be, like maybe I was good at growing crops, but I wasn't good at carpentry. And I would say, hey, I'll give you all this extra carrots and whatever I have if you fix my roof.
Exchange.
And one dude was like, oh shit, I need carrots. I have no problem fixing that. And the other dude was like, oh shit, I need my roof fixed. I have no problem giving these carrots up. And both people felt good about the transaction. Both people felt like they gained something. Now, when's the last time you've spent money on anything and you walked away feeling like you won?
Walked away feeling like I've won,
or like it was a fair thing, or like you felt good about it, like, oh yeah, that was I'm totally cool with spending that money on that. It's always a negative feeling, like, oh, this is what it cost, okay, I have to spend this.
Like, I mean, it depends. Like, if there is something that I'm really in need of, it could be a fucking thing that I need for the computer that I really need for something else. And I could be fine at that point.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't it feel better if you could take something that you had that you didn't need and said, hey, I'll give you this if you give me that I need?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be way better than spending money that you worked for? Like,
if I could
that's
offer
what I
anything
mean.
else than money to get that thing.
That's what I mean. They took that part out of it where both people feel like they come away with, I didn't need this and he did. Oh, I didn't need that and he did. Let's switch. That was always a good transaction. But once it's money, it's like, you might be like, okay, I feel like it's worth this much and I'm okay with paying it. But you're never like, oh yeah, shit, I got this for that. Yeah.
It's like the money thing is like a middleman in between us now. Like it's a thing that's taking that away with its existence. Yeah, with its existence, it's taking away that feel between those two. Yeah,
taking away that feel.
I see that.
I think barter was a much better thing. That's how it worked. Like, people in communities, some people raised chickens, some people grew vegetables, some people raised cows for slaughter, some people did this. And then when you do that, you always get too much because you don't grow one pepper plant. You don't grow one tomato plant. You grow a bunch. So you have too much. And guess what? They have too many cows and their chickens lay too many eggs. And you all combine your shit together and everybody feels great. But that's not how it works anymore.
And let's say you don't even have anything to offer in like vegetables or something. But let's say the guy needs help and you offer your time as the product, and then he gives you a bag of carrots for your time.
Yeah.
You know? And then or even let's say somebody really likes you as a psychologist. Like, I love talking to you. So listen, I know you don't have anything to offer, but I'll give you 2 kilos of potatoes for like 5 hours talking to you.
Everything was like that back then. Everything. Doctors back then generally didn't even charge. Just they did what they did, and the community took care of them because they did that. Like they didn't want for anything because everyone knew that was who you went to and he was going to take care of you.
But have you heard about this one? I've heard that back in the day, they used to be like, you only get paid when you do the curing. Like if you didn't cure, then
no cure, no pay. Yeah, that was a big thing. Like,
and that incentivizes curing. You know,
that's how it should be. That's under maritime law. That's what all that is. Like original shit. You don't fix me, I'm not paying you. Period.
Yeah, and the whole barter thing that you talked about in itself incentivizes everybody to want to be good at something or have something to offer because you don't want to be left behind or left out or whatever. Everybody will try their best to have
you
something
want to
contribute.
Offer. Yeah, exactly.
But if you take that away, there is no need to get good at something or get something that others might not have.
Welfare, bro. Just welfare. That's all you need.
And now they want to put us all on welfare with the universal basic income.
Yep.
Because they created, now I have to say David Icke, a David Icke thing. They created a problem where there is no jobs anymore. And like, oh, listen, there is no more jobs. You want to still survive? Take the welfare of the AI state. We call it universal basic income. So they created a problem with the AIs and the machines taking over the jobs. And now their solution is a fucking trap system. Like the only way now for you to survive, and it's unfortunate, but it is.
But that's what it is.
It's to be getting a digital leash on you now with the universal basic income. How are you going to have it?
Yeah, we'll give you money to survive, but you have to abide by these rules. And a lot of people will go along with that, dude. A lot of people will.
Dude, and it's even worse than
already
before.
Are.
Yeah, and it's worse than before. Like, if you were a slave back in the day, it's still, I don't know, you might still be able to escape it somehow and manage. Now, it's digital eyes watching you 24/7 to see, did you breathe
everything?
Did you breathe wrong today? Yes, you did. You're gonna lose 1,000 of your universal income. You took a breath 1.5 seconds longer than we deemed was necessary to save the planet. So now you're gonna live worse. And each day we can come up with any fucking bullshit rule just for you exclusively, because there is nobody for you to complain to. There is no supervisor that you can. This is not fair. No, it's a machine designated for everybody, and a specific machine for each and every, a specific profile for everybody, and nobody can do shit about it.
You've already created it yourself on social media. You've already created your own profiles.
What kind of a super enslavement is that? That's a advanced super enslavement.
For sure. All right, we got about 30 minutes left. I want to get into this one video here because, all right, I don't know which one it is because they always label them in fucking ridiculous shit. So let me see. No, that's not it. Okay.
I love the studio thing. Yeah, it always takes.
Your mom's.
Oh no, not that fucking video.
Not that one. Technology. All right, you ready? I know I should. All right, you ready?
A friend sent me this video a few days ago that you're about to see right now. When I saw the title of it and I first took a look at it, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. It's one of these videos. But I gotta tell you, holy shit. Watch this video and do the research for yourself. I took a couple days to post it because I wanted to verify some of this information, and I did. And it has blown my entire mind apart. Look into this for yourself. Holy shit.
Today, as I was reading scripture, I came across something that blew my mind. The Bible tells us where Satan's throne is. In Revelations 2:13, it says, I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. And thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. So where was Antipas slain? And when you look it up, it takes us here. And when you Google where Antipas was martyred, it brings you to Geneva, Switzerland. It says the traditional account goes on to say Antipas was martyred during the reign of Nero by burning in a brazen bull-shaped altar at the Apollyon Temple in Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
And that, of course, got me to wondering, what exactly is in Geneva? Let's take a look.
Yeah.
The CERN Haldering, for one, where they're trying
There's a lot of other shit too, though.
Discover and replicate the Big Bang. And of course, if I was the devil and wanted control over the world, I would be sure to bring all the world organizations to where I was, such as the United Nations.
That's one.
I might bring along the World Health Organization as well.
Another one.
Is that it?
And I would definitely want the World Trade Organization there. And I would definitely have Gavi there, the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations. And you can't finance an empire without having the World Economic Forum in Geneva, Switzerland.
All of them.
And of course, I would have all the other organizations there. 33 international organizations.
33. Put that in.
33. Isn't there significance to that number? But I'll be honest with you. When I saw this today, it literally blew my mind. I don't even have words. But if you have eyes to see, the information is out there.
Okay, can I say a few things?
Of course.
Like, I do think.
A friend sent me this video.
I do think there's a huge chance that this is true. All of this, that Satan is there and all that stuff. World Health Organization, all that shit. But I want to say these things though. First of all, this guy is like, the Bible says that Satan lives in Switzerland. Yeah, I get that. But do you also know if Satan wrote the Bible, do you know that he also knows where he lives? That
he would say it was anywhere but where he lives.
No, he could do that, but he could also say, "Yeah, I live in Switzerland, Geneva."
Address,
yeah. Here you go. I'm gonna put that in there because I want you to really enforce your belief in this book now. Because see, Geneva, Switzerland, the CERN, the WHO, the vaccine, the this and that, this Klaus Schwab, God knows who is living there.
Everybody.
Yeah. So believe that book now because it's the truth. I'm living there. My throne is there, actually. Or it could be like you said, his throne might not even be there. He's just making it look like everything is there. Like, see, CERN is there, WHO's there, but he's really in Kansas or something.
It could be all of it. But there is definitely something weird about Switzerland, I will say. But it could be because everyone knows from every movie they've ever seen in their life, like, oh, get a Swiss bank account, blah, 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 because they don't, their regulations are lower. That could be why these people are here, and it's just because they're stealing a bunch of fucking money, and that's how it works. So it could be both, but I like the Satan's Throne thing better.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying again, I have to repeat myself. We're dealing with a master deceiver.
Yeah.
I've said this so many times. I don't take this motherfucker lightly. I even said he's a more a jester than Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is like the master jester, and this is beyond Donald Trump.
I agree.
So knowing that, how the fuck can we take it so like underestimate it? Fuck, I will never do that. I sound like an Indian now.
I will never do that. You never tell me to fuck.
I would never do.
Fuck you. Okay.
No.
Anyway, no, I think he is the master deceiver, but I think maybe it just helps me sleep at night. But I think you have to use your discernment. I think you have to use your God-given discernment to be able to tell, because there's parts of the Bible that I'm like, I feel like maybe they changed that because it doesn't feel right. Doesn't go along with this. And maybe I'm picking and choosing. Maybe I'm fucking whatever. But that's, I mean, to me, I have to use my discernment to say, like, that seems like something God would say. And I think that's all anybody can really do, because everything is a lie in some way. Everything has been manipulated in some way where we're at right now, unfortunately.
I mean, listen, you said, everybody's aware that things has changed in the Bible. Okay?
Yeah.
That alone tells me if things has changed one time, it can change 50,000 other times. Like, I would be more believing in the book if...
Look at it as a pirate map, a pirate's treasure map with clues that are meant to throw you off, but you can tell the truth within it. Maybe that'll help you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If it's been fucked with, how do I know it hasn't been fucked with from the get-go? Like,
maybe it has.
I would have believed it more if at least people were saying, listen, this book has never been changed ever. It's exactly been like
but you
this.
wouldn't believe that either. You'd say you're lying.
No,
It's
but
definitely
if we
hasn't
could
been
imagine that, okay, let's say nobody touched it, then I would be like, okay, maybe it is.
Well, that's
God's
what I'm
book.
saying. So there's things that are supposedly very concurrent across all of them. Some things that were carved in fucking tablets back in the day and all that. So some things, whatever. But I honestly, I would get so much shit from this from so many people.
Oh, no, don't say it.
I honestly don't believe. What do you think I'm going to say? What do you think I'm going to say before I say it?
Gonna say?
No, I honestly don't believe. I think, like, okay. If you were writing, like, say, I can't say it to you, Vince, because whatever, but say you were writing a letter to someone you known your entire life super well.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else read that letter, they may not take it in the same way that the person it was meant to read it, right? We can agree that, because there's some, like, maybe parts of it, but other things like inside jokes and stuff like that, you'd be like, I don't get it. And I'm not saying God put inside jokes in the Bible. I'm just saying that I think something was written and we're supposed to read it and we're supposed to take it in the way that it registers with us. Because if God really wanted everyone to follow it and take it in exactly how he wanted it to, he would tell all of us from birth, basically. Like, he has the power to do that. Why wouldn't he just say, hey, yeah, here's the rules you're going to fucking follow, all right? Here's how it goes. And you're going to live by that. So I know that goes against my schooling thing, but I'm just saying, as it comes to the Bible, I'm just saying, like, I think different, just like music, just like all of that, different songs hit different people in different ways for different reasons. Different Bible verses hit people in different ways for different reasons. And yes, Satan could have manipulated it and all of that. But there's definitely certain Bible verses that I know, well, I can't say I know, but that I don't think Satan fucked with and stuff like that. So
why wouldn't he fuck with those verses? I mean, I'm just curious.
Because I think that God has more power over him.
So he's like,
it's something like, keep your hand off that.
Yeah, but these ones you can fuck with. I don't care about these verses as much. But these ones, you don't touch these ones, motherfucker. Got it?
Well, I mean, there are specific verses in the Bible that are written and read that are supposedly the words of Jesus. But yes.
Why not say you don't fuck with any of this? You don't touch this book.
Because of free will.
Free will of Satan. Or our free will. People's free will.
Everybody's free will. Everybody's.
Okay. So then they could fuck with the whole book then. Or is it some chapters are not free will.
I don't know. I can't give you that answer.
Well, I have to ask
Do you
about
really
the chapters.
expect me to give you that?
Yeah, because
which chapters can be fucked with and which ones can't? I need to know.
We uncheck
come
the free will on this chapter.
Like, I'm 43 years old, and I've probably believed in God for like 8 of those years. So I'm not the best person to ask about this.
We're just playing, man. You know,
I'm just saying I don't know, but I do know that
hold on.
I truly believe that more.
You do know.
I do know.
You know how you know? You either believe in free will or you don't, right? That's number one. So if you say yes, I believe in free will.
I do believe in free will.
Then free will should stand no matter chapter. Free will is unless you also believe in, you know, some instances where free will is like, no, there is no free will.
Say you're a parent, right? And I know you hate this analogy. God is a parent. But say you're a parent. Yes, you let your kid have pretty much free reign. But you don't let them fucking punch your mom in the face, and you don't let them grab a knife and do like, there's limits. There's an amount you can manipulate people, and there's lines you don't cross. Like, Satan could go in everyone's body at every time if he wants to and make them all do horrible things. But I feel like that's a line they can't cross. They can only influence, they can't control. So
maybe until you say yes, Satan, you know.
Yeah, in order to influence, you have to leave. And just like any lie, it's better sold with some truth. So if you made it all a lie, you can't sell it.
Oh, yeah, it's 100% truth in it, but still, you know, like it is true. The mark of the beast is true. Where you will end up in some place where you will want to find death and you won't find it. It's true, probably, that Satan is somewhere in Geneva, Switzerland, maybe. You know, there are truths in it. How else are you gonna believe it? Like, it's a
So
thing.
In our last 18 minutes here, what do you think the purpose of life is? Why do you think we're here, or do you think it's completely random and we're just coding? Like, what do you think?
I think, like, as I said before, within the reality and within its rule set and whatever the game is about, within the reality, I think it's important. But at the bigger scope of it, I don't think anything matters at all. It's just a bunch of experiences. But when you're in the various
then why are you here? Why
for the experience?
Out of any program they could have written, out of anything, why did they make Vince? Why did they make you the way you are? Why are you here?
I might have chosen this.
So how did that happen?
Just by my mind. Like, I want to be this character that does this and looks like that and acts like this and go through this and that.
And how does that happen in a simulation?
I mean, simulation is just a word. I mean, out there, I believe it's all fucking non-physical shit, you know?
Yeah.
And this is
technically everything is non-physical, so I can't disagree with that. So yeah,
but it's just
all like, vibration.
It's more dense. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
It's
you know?
It's just vibrating at different frequencies. That's all it is. That's literally all the difference between matter and space is.
But it seems like there is a difference between this realm and that realm. You know,
there is. It's a frequency, but yes, there's a difference.
So you choose to go into a denser realm,
lower vibration, if you will.
And it's key that you wipe your memory, because
is it like jumping in a lake? Like, okay, I'm gonna go in. Here we go.
But
the lower,
but it's like jumping into the lake and forgetting whoever you were before you jumped in. You know, like, who the fuck is this? Because I'm
trying to think of a good analogy. But I mean, I can't do it without a video game, but like,
you have to forget that you are this being that you are.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the thing like this. Let's say over there you have all the abilities of God, meaning whatever you think of, you can create.
Yeah.
Like I wanna be in this experience. Bam, you can create it. But the criteria is that you forget that you are that being while you're in that specific game.
Yeah.
And each specific game, you probably set the rules to it. I mean, if you're like God, you could set the whole physics and the whole law.
And think of it this way. Every time you've ever played a video game in your life when you were a kid, like no matter how real it feels, it would feel more real if you were in it and you didn't know you were playing a game. That's 100%. How it would feel the most real. So
that's when you would really take the game super seriously.
Yeah.
Right now, you know it's a game, so you're like, I can die. I can jump into the go on N64. Is that what you're talking about?
That was my favorite game ever. Fucking GoldenEye. Yes.
The N64 had a few games: Super Mario, Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
Zelda. GoldenEye, Star Fox.
Another good one.
The rail.
Man, you're bringing me back. You're bringing me back. To
that was
my
a
high
good
school
game,
years, bro. It was, even though it's so bad.
F-Zero. It had F-Zero.
Oh yeah.
I
forgot about that one. Yeah.
And then it was pretty much done. I think.
Yeah. After that, there was like Kirby and shit.
That was a fair. Yeah, I've never played that shit. That was a fairly unsuccessful Nintendo console in the grand scheme.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. Longevity, yes, but it produced some of the best fucking games ever in that short span, and then it died out because I think that's around when shit was changing and graphics were getting much better, and they were like, do we really keep making games in 64-bit when we're now at this? Like, dude, I spent many of afternoon after school playing GoldenEye, fucking killing all my friends over and over and over. Yeah,
skipping school and shit for that shit. But see, listen, this is how it was. PlayStation and Sega Saturn, they were 32 bits. They've started to bring in 3D.
I never owned a PlayStation or a Sega in my life ever. I was strictly Nintendo, bro.
Yeah, I know, but at some point you had to surrender. Like, okay, PlayStation, fuck it.
No, I had a friend who lived with me who had a PlayStation. And yes, I did play PlayStation games, but me buying them, never. Only Nintendo.
Okay, so do you remember? Yes, the 3D was there, but it was like wobbly and like squarey and squares in the textures, all kinds of fucked up, right? A year later or so, the thing Nintendo did that was wow, especially when you played Super Mario 64 with that analog. It was like steady graphics, like, you know, like it wasn't any wobbly shit.
Yeah, it wasn't glitchy anymore.
And the textures were smoothed out. It wasn't that much fucking squares in it. Anyways, but it did impress with experiences like that. But in the grand scheme of things, it only sold like 30 million. Which is
Can you imagine when they start implementing AI more in video games? It's gonna
it's already
fucking
happened.
Insane. That's why I said more, because I know it's already happening.
Do you know? I didn't know this a year ago or so. But do you know, like, for example, you're playing Resident Evil Remake on PlayStation 4. Anyways,
I don't.
You know what they have?
Gaming system anymore at all.
Oh, we should have to go and do a recap so you know, so you're up to date. What they do in that game, I didn't know this. They have an AI thing installed in it where it determines in real time how well you're playing. If you're playing bad, it will throw you extra nuggets, like
it'll be like, ammo. You suck. Let me help you out.
Extra ammo. And let's say you normally would be killed by that zombie biting you at that time. They're like, no, we're gonna let him survive this time because, like, I was.
So they
pissed.
Keep playing, yeah.
Yeah, I was pissed at that, but you know what?
You won't get better that way.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm doing good.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, I beat this game this easily, you know? It held my hand without me knowing. So, of course, There will be way more happening in the future. It's already there. Forget
that's in video games. Wait till it's like that with everything.
With life.
Everything. Yeah, for real. In school, like, what are the limits to AI? Once children have access to AI, what are the limits? Can you test kids anymore? Once they have in-ear microphones that you can't see because headsets are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, head implants. Once you have that, how do you test kids anymore? Do you need to test them anymore because they have every answer at the tip of a finger?
Again, they might do a problem reaction solution. Like, okay, everybody else's kid has this thing.
You need the update.
Your kid is not gonna it's not gonna work, man.
It's not gonna be fucking who doesn't have the cool school clothes anymore. It's gonna be who doesn't have the latest brain chip update.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be. Oh my god.
So they're gonna be like, okay, all of these 18 kids has it. You and another little girl, they don't have it. So you wanna still go for natural, or you wanna you ain't gonna compete with these 18.
Literally, the kids who are gonna be bullied are the kids who can't afford the newest updates in their brain chip. Let's be very clear about this. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's another level to it. But going back to the whole thing about you being a soul jumping into a reality video game that you decided the rules beforehand and all of the things that's gonna happen. Because again, if you are like a god, then that's nothing for you to even set every fucking person you're going to encounter in this game. Who's going to be an NPC? All the rules set, all the whole story of your life, all the possible branching offs, all of it, bam, in 1 fucking second. And then bam, in you go. You don't remember that you're the soul anymore. Because you can't know that you're godlike if you want to actually play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to work. So you have to forget about it. And I think that's probably what has happened to us. And I think after we're done, we go back to that realm, everything's going to be chill again. Like, hey, chill. But then maybe you want to go back in again. And I'm just going to
be like, oh, shit, did you see that podcast I started, dude?
Yeah. You're watching the replay of the whole life. Up until the podcast, and when the podcast ended, you did 356 episodes, and then it fell out.
You just ruined it, bro. You just put a cap on.
356,000 episodes.
Oh, there you go.
Open it up.
Here today on the Phone Booth podcast.
Yeah, we gotta interview Snoop One Poop.
We're trying to get Vince to America still.
Yeah. We tried to get him to shut up still. And it's still going on, man.
Dude, I love it.
500 years later.
You know what? I bust my ass all day. And then
to be here.
What gets me through is I'm like, I get to talk to some great fucking people tonight. Whether it's our Monday nights with the after party episode live streaming, whether it's the episode we do every week, or whether it's the Saturday night live streams that we do at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday night. Don't forget to call and leave your voicemail. I should know the number off the top of my head, but
that's hard.
But I know,
5, 6,
I know.
something.
861-6539. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But yeah, I look forward to all of these because just like tonight, every time I think of something I've never thought of before. And I really feel like that's what it's all about, is just thinking of something that you've never thought of and looking at it in a new way.
But that's the growth that we're talking about. That are mental growths. Like it unlocks a new thought, maybe. That's why we don't like when we're repetitive, because that's really no growth in there, most likely. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you already said that, man. I already heard that. Why you keep saying that 10 times, man? I mean, it's getting boring. There's no growth in here. That's really what we're saying. It's
no growth, bro.
Yeah, when we're saying, man, you're doing the same thing all the time. You're repetitive. What we're saying is there is no growth here. So why am I sticking around?
Grow or die, motherfuckers.
But it's true. But the problem is we can always fall back into being repetitive. All of us, like we have to check ourselves, like, shit, am I being repetitive now? Should I do something about this? Should I expand something? Should I, like I'm behind on something. I have to do something, work with myself so that I don't become repetitive, because it is easy to become repetitive, because some of the things one say, it's almost like one of the comedians says, what do you say, their main jokes, like
their lines. Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, because some of them are exciting and fun to share with people, but it can also become a habit that you use that shit all the time, and that becomes repetitive, and that might grow you less.
Whenever we have guests who have been on multiple podcasts before, I always try to listen to a bunch of them and see the things they say all the time and completely avoid those things. So they're not, and never ask them about those particular things, because they've already said it 1,000 times. I want to ask them about things they have never said
that
before.
Is good, but me personally, I would also add, like, yeah, you said that before. I heard that.
Oh yeah, this again? Thanks.
In case, you know why? In case they're not aware.
Yeah.
They might not be aware, So
you don't have to fix everybody, Vince.
I mean, I'm not trying hard. I'm just throwing one thing and then moving on. I'm not doing a year.
Yeah, you sound like a broken record. Thanks.
Well, I would want people to say that to me too, though. It's not just.
I know you would. It doesn't mean everybody wants someone to say it.
That's the problem.
I know.
Because
we actually just discussed this before the fucking stream or before the episode.
Maybe. Yeah.
Just saying, never hold back with me, and I'll never hold back with you. Just say shit, but like, not everybody has that, man. Not everybody.
Yeah, that's what I realized, and that was really all what I was saying is like.
Yeah.
I realized that I have to hold back with some people. So
with the some people,
with the some people, we have to hold back. So, but I love these discussions, though. As long as there is more to develop on them, of course, we can talk about topics that we already talked about. As long as we make sure we go to new places with them, because I would never want to lose some of these topics just because we talked about them a few times,
No, exactly. I repeat myself frequently. I mean, I also think that, yes, repeating yourself and having episodes about the same shit all the time is stupid. But
yeah,
if there's something you firmly believe in that most people haven't heard because how the censorship goes, I don't feel like repeating it is a bad thing, because if it's a good thing to say, people need to hear it multiple times.
As long as you give the disclaimer. I might have repeated myself.
I may have said this, but go fuck yourself.
I mean, that makes it better. You're covering yourself with that disclaimer.
I may have,
said it. So I'm not retard. I'm aware that I might have said this. So
I'm not retard.
Yeah, take it easy.
That's a masterful clip.
I'm aware, But you might still need to hear it a second time if you already heard it one time. So giving myself
going to say it again. No, it's okay to repeat yourself. So is there anything else you want to say about all this stuff we found on the internet before we wrap up?
Yeah, it's a sick world we're living in. It's only going to get sicker. And you gotta be like Bill Hicks when he says, remind yourself that it's just a ride, no matter how crazy it will get.
Yeah,
but it will get so fucking crazy. I don't even think we know how crazy yet. It's like in the 90s, we didn't know that we would be where we are right now.
Exactly.
And it's gonna be like
I lived it.
It's gonna be like that, but in another level that we don't know right now.
We literally thought, like, when the fucking internet came, that like, oh, dude, this is as good as it gets. This is crazy. Look where we are now. It's fucking insane. And I'll also say, for the people watching the live stream of this right now on Twitter, hi, I'm talking to you. Hey, you're right there. Yeah, you're watching this. We're going to do the after party right after this. And then there's going to be the after party, the second hour on phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. I've heard a few people have had trouble finding it on there. We're going to clear that up. Don't worry. Click it. Go to the page. It's there. Click the link to Rumble. Get on. It'll be awesome. Vince?
Yeah, don't be lazy. Yeah.
Yep. No, go ahead. Don't be lazy.
Just type that shit down there. phoneboothpodcast.substack.com.
It's right there.
In
any
the
browser.
Yeah, in the area where you put in the address. Doesn't take more than 5 seconds. 10 if you're a little retarded. But go there.
Okay too.
Yeah. Go there and just see you there. Yeah. It's been awesome. Absolutely. Yes.
Yep. We'll see you there. Everybody, this is where we fade it out.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to do it from now on. Don't worry. I got it.
Oh, really?
It's good. I got it. I'm better at it. You're better at everything else.
How can you beat that speed, though? That was almost...
That's because I was saying it, so I know when I'm going to say it. So it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I pressed it. Did you press it?
Oh, you hit it? I pressed it.
Get the fuck out of here.
I pressed it.
I have it right here.
I pressed it, bro.
We don't know. I pressed it too when you said fade it out.
Oh, okay. I see. We'll test it next
Nobody
time.
can prove this, though. It's my word against yours.
Everybody, go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com right now. In the thing, it'll be there free. Join us in the Rumble after party. It's going to be great. We're going to talk a bunch of shit about what me and Vince said. Good night, everybody.
Peace. You either grow or die, and I'll choose grow every time. Every time.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim they worship.
Life is too short to not make understanding the truth a priority.
Here's the thing about the music business. It's a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. Also, there's a negative side.
It's all dualistic.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
No two people should ever agree completely on everything. If that happens, one of them isn't thinking for themselves.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, what
Who
up?
the fuck put me down here, man?
That's where you belong, on the bottom.
I heard you were in the bottom, bitch. So
You're supposed to be in the sewers.
I'm already off. So I was listening. I actually was doing something at work that I could listen today, and I hardly ever listen to our episodes back because I honestly can't stand hearing my own voice. I like cringe the whole time. I'm like, oh, did I say that? I should have said this. Like, I'm my own fucking worst critic. But I was actually listening to this one, and the biggest thing I came away with from it is that I curse way too much, and I need to tone that down. It's bad, and it's gotten worse since Vince. I was getting good about it for a while, and then it went out the window before you, and then you've just amplified it. I'm not blaming you.
Why is everything my fault, man?
I'm not blaming you.
I'll say this. It's not your fault, because I was just thinking the other day myself, I was cursing too much on my Here's the Thing podcasts. You know? Like,
is that my fault too?
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's all your fault. Like, I think it's just a consciousness of we all curse a little bit too much.
Yeah,
Jonah, you better fix this. Jonah, you better fix this. Everybody's cursing. Everybody's cursing.
What would Jesus do, bro?
Leave us from our sins, man.
No, I do. Like, okay, I don't have any problem with bad language, but some people do. Some people like to listen with their kids, and I just want to be more conscious of that because holy crap, did I say the F word a lot on that episode? Like, probably almost 50 times, not even joking. Like,
but after Jonah, after Jonah, I want to ask you. Okay, go, Jonah.
Yeah, so I haven't heard the conversation up to this point. I thought we weren't live for another 5 minutes, so my bad, gentlemen. But it's funny because the only reason I stopped, because I don't really feel like there's a moral content to swearing. I think it depends on the context.
Neither do I.
It's like a respect thing. But for me personally, part of the reason I stopped swearing years ago was because somebody said to me, they called me out for swearing, and they were like, bro, look at the Hollywood movies you see. When they want somebody to seem untrustworthy, uneducated, unintelligent, and like a low life who doesn't have their life together, what do? They fill their mouths with curse words and blasphemies. If they want them to seem sophisticated, intelligent, and educated, they don't.
I will say to that, though, that's using Hollywood, what Hollywood's doing as an example, and that makes me want to do it even more if Hollywood's trying to get us not to. I do think that overuse, yes, but use of it, if you're a passionate person, you don't think about what you're saying. You're being honest. It's just flowing out of you. At least me, I can only speak for my own brain. But I know that when I'm just going, I don't think it first and then say it. I hear it the same time you guys hear it. It's just coming out of me. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Well, don't they say that swearing is a sign of intelligence? You know, the more you swear, the more.
I've heard that. I've also heard that it's a sign of a bad vocabulary. Well, I've heard in many directions.
I can attest to that.
Well, what do you know about the vocabulary, Vince?
Not much. That's why I swear all the time.
So
and you still lean into your mic.
Oh yeah, is it good from here?
I'm gonna Yeah, I think you're good from there. I don't know. Every time I look at the comments on Spotify, everyone is like, just like a foreigner, to lean in and talk over everyone and cut them off. Spotify doesn't like you,
Stop
Vince,
being a dumb fucking redneck racist dumbass. Okay?
Right, tell them where to leave the message, Vince.
Yeah, leave the message in the Discord.
There is something about
what the hell's a Discord, huh?
Well, yeah, you should know, you smart dumb motherfucker.
Vince.
Well, it goes back to your guys' conversation at the beginning of this podcast about music.
That's why it's your fault,
Concordant
Vince.
and discordant. Yeah, that was a nice little piece about music early on in the conversation, by the way.
I like that.
Oh yeah, what was that? That was when we talked about the frequencies, right?
Yes, and not only that, but in the section that led up to the frequencies, the one comment I had on that I think is interesting. It's because you guys mentioned the auto tune, the digital sound, and the auto tune, right? Yeah. Remember what we were talking about the other night about how all the CGI was a preparation for our minds to accept digital recreation of reality as reality. I wonder if auto tune, because it does sound different if you listen closely and if you know what you're listening for. I wonder if auto tune was a preparation for AI imitation of voices as well.
Huh.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, they're just, what do they say? They're putting it out there ahead of time to get you used to it, you know?
And I know this is a normie statement to make, and I'm just going to play normie for a minute and be like, hey, this is what he said. But like, so T-Pain was the first person to like overly use it in that way, you know? And the weird thing is he can actually sing. He can sing really good. He's talented. He plays piano. He's a musician. But like he started this thing. And I heard a story of him because I watched, he did this, I don't know what it is, where you're up there playing and talking with people, like a Q&A while you're talking. Mm-hmm. And he said that like he was flying to some music awards or something, and Usher was on the plane, and Usher came up to him and was like, man, I really like you, but you kind of ruined music. I'm like, wow, bro. That's a statement right there.
That classic Saturday Night Live performance of Disturbed, Sound of Silence is one of the greatest performances of that song ever.
Oh, really? And that's the one that is pitch corrected up to the gills.
It's only pitch corrected for the section where he goes high because he had a cold.
Dude, I've done pitch correction examinations on this shit.
Oh, is it the whole thing?
You're
Is it
talking
the whole
to
thing?
the guy who's really examined it. And like, they only did it over there. No, they did it the whole fucking song.
Was it the
man.
whole
Don't
thing?
you
Because
know who
my
you're
understanding,
talking to, bro?
my understanding was that it was only that high period that they were
No,
they
they
were
got-
concerned that they
Yeah.
were concerned he couldn't hit the note because he was sick.
That was
This
your
whole
high
thing
period,
is
bro.
pitch corrected. The recording of the Sound of Silence, the original recording of the Sound of Silence is pitch corrected. The whole fucking thing,
My old friend.
and then the live thing as well. It's all fake. I was about to say it's all dualistic, but it's all fake. And he's like, "It's the best fucking recording ever." You just confirmed that they achieved their goal.
You know what's interesting though?
What?
Here's the interesting thing.
Oh, you
got him. No,
hey,
but what's it?
Snoop, he's doing poison.
You need
to
to
your
trademark that stuff, man.
I got
need
it.
to trademark it.
I got it. It's noted. It's noted.
Well, now, so now I see it's going to come back to haunt me because eventually, every time you want to say philosopher king in conversation, which is all the time,
every time that happens,
Dude.
Yeah, we mentioned
every conversation I have, I want to say
all the time, all the time.
Yeah, you probably got. Hey, you probably got the worst because you probably say phone booth way more than philosopher king or whatever.
I mean, and how often do you say phone booth anymore?
Use the phone.
So
booth.
funny, so funny.
Hey, what's up, Fit Girl Haywood? I mean, Ali. Shit. Haywood.
Ficarelli shit. What's up?
And who is that? Who is that? That is down in a hole. That can be interpreted very different, like many different ways.
I like that song.
Are you
It's a
down
great
in
song.
a hole? What are you doing there? Trying to meet up Snoop?
Losing
Wong Fu?
control. That's what I'm doing.
Was this
You know-
before or after he singed bombs to drop on? Who did? Who
And
did what?
What does singed mean?
Yeah.
Signed
Oh,
the bomb.
sorry.
Did you say
Sorry,
signed?
Never mind. I'm an asshole.
Who said what?
No, just don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
What?
Snoop knows what's happening. Let's leave it at that.
Can you
Back
talk
at you,
to me?
Haywood.
Tell me English. I don't know.
It's evening here, but yeah, thanks, Haywood. Yeah, good evening to you. No.
It's the
Hold
thought
on,
that counts.
What was the? Who sang bombs? Signed bombs? Who?
Yeah,
Bono.
I don't know what that was about either.
Yeah, I don't either. Not surprised.
Bono. I hate that son of a bitch. Bono.
though. Yeah, I don't like him either. He's phony.
He's
Down
a
in-
real phony.
The song "Down in a Hole" though was Alice in Chains. I mean, that's a great tune.
Yeah,
You know.
that's a great one.
He-
Great one.
Alice in Chains. That was the guy
Before
who-
he died, yeah.
Was that the guy who sang "I'm poison"?
That's
no.
Alice Cooper.
No, that's Alice Cooper.
Oh, you're talking about the other guy with the husky
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, the other guy. What the fuck is that?
The
man?
husky voice.
Or the raspy voice.
Yes, raspy.
Yeah,
I would
raspy.
say, yeah.
Raspy.
So yeah, since you guys weren't there, what did you think about those videos that we drug up and played? Let's start with the Alexa Google one. What do you guys feel about that? And did the hearing test mess you guys up too?
The hearing test fucked me up for sure, dude. I was mad, dude. I almost like sent you a text message. I was like, man, this motherfucker.
You're like, I'm gonna text him, WhatsApp him, and Twitter message him.
Right?
all
No, I was
together.
like, man, I'm so mad right now.
Maybe it's my methylene blue, Allie. Wink, wink, Allie. Maybe it's the methylene blue, but I actually heard the tone longer even than you, Vince, in that conversation.
Oh, really?
that-
You son of a
tone.
bitch.
I heard it.
And
for
yet,
about
hold on.
Son of a cop.
Two or,
all right?
2 or 3 seconds
Get it
longer.
right.
Hold on. Isn't it funny? You
No.
heard even longer than me, you know, the tone or whatever, the
Damn,
frequency.
I feel old.
Yet, you can't hear that Sound of Silence is pitch corrected. What about that?
No, I knew that it was pitch corrected. I just thought it was that one piece because that's the part I was listening closely to.
It was just one little piece they went in there with.
You know what I love about Vince is that you never have to worry how he feels about you. Because he tells you everything right to your face.
Exactly.
Zero filter.
Dude, those are the best. Those are the best people.
I
because
know.
if
they're never gonna stab you in the back. Because
I stab you in the front.
I'll stab you in the face. I want you to see it coming.
That's not how his people do it. They hide it under a jacket in their vest.
That's funny as hell.
Exploding.
Click.
Listen, you guys are probably the same.
Which
but
reminds,
I'm like,
which
I'll go.
How dare you? How dare you?
That just reminds me of a joke. What's a suicide bomber's worst nightmare? Dying alone. Dying alone. Mission failed.
Well,
I want to say this.
Well played.
Being the way I am, for example.
Oh, that's a lot of different ways.
That's a loaded statement, bro.
Whoa.
What I learned is many people talk shit about somebody's back. Like it's very hairy.
behind
Lost
their back.
in translation. Yes. Behind someone's back.
Yeah. I'd say, never say anything about anybody that you can't say to their face. So even if you're not here, and let's say I say something about you guys, that would be the same thing I would be able to say to your face, but you're just not here right now. So I'm not talking shit about your back. About behind.
We're a learning show. It's like bring your retarded son to work day. Every day.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, don't say anything that you can't say to their face when they're there.
I know, but so yes, you have that 100%. I know that about you. You would never say anything behind my back that you won't say to my face. But you have this added thing. Because some people have that, but they still don't need to say everything to your face. They still don't have to bring up old shit and point it out all the time. Like, hey, remember how you were real dumb about the AI thing, bro? I'm going to bring that up 3 times and rub it in your face. Like,
sometimes it needs to bring you back there. Yeah. Reminding. Everything's about reminding.
Don't make that mistake again.
Well, are you guys the same? Or do you talk about people's backs?
No, so it depends. It depends on how bad the back knee is. Frankly, that's what it
back
comes down to.
I'm not a Backstreet Boy. Sorry.
Oh,
there you go.
Are you a Backstreet man?
I'm not a backside man.
All right.
I don't take
took a turn.
I don't take back shots. Is what he's trying to say.
You only take front shots.
That's right.
So
see your face.
No, I would even go one step beyond what you said. I agree 100% about not talking behind back, but like for the most part, I won't even say like if I have something to say to let's just say to Vince. Like if I have something to say to you, Vince, I'm not going to sit here and talk to Ted when you're not here. Oh, I would say this to his face, and I've already said this, because it just breeds bad blood. Like if I have something to say to you, I'm going to say it to you with other people present, or maybe not with other people. It doesn't matter. But like I still think it's toxic or could be toxic to say something behind someone's back. Even if you're going to say it to their face.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to say it to their face.
Ted?
That's the only distinction.
I feel like this is a personal thing for you, bro.
What's going on here, guys?
Do you need to lay back? Is the person who hurt you in the room with us?
Hold on. Let's say me and Ted talks.
Can you tag them in the podcast?
touch your nose if you're in distress. If you need to.
Did you just touch your ear? Hold on a second.
What if me and Ted talks? TED Talks.
TED Talks.
TED Talks.
I like TED Talks.
And we come up with something new about YouTube.
YouTube.
What if the shit talk was born in a discussion? Then it manifested at that moment.
Accidental shit talk.
Yeah. It's got its own clause in the contract. Don't worry.
Sometimes shit happens. Ask Snoop.
Why are you guys all trying to bite on my concept of my podcast? You know,
Which
it
one?
didn't. You bought on pop culture, bro. That's what happened. You're riding the wave. I didn't say here's the thing because your podcast. Your podcast is because I said here's the thing. You know
what is his podcast? What is it?
Grifting.
What is his podcast?
Hello, my name is Snoop. I host a podcast called Here's the Thing. You can check it out every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. This week, we've got the amazing Paul Shortino, a phenomenal singer. You won't want to miss it.
Oh, he sounds so British.
Something you need to work on as your mentor here, I'm going to tell you. When you put these people, you need to put in the band that they're in, because I'm a musician. I worship music. Loved it my whole worship. People are going to say, "You worship music." I've loved it my whole life. I know she's going to get me. She also left a message on Discord that we'll get to.
Oh, I see.
So, gosh, darn it.
Oh,
hey, you need to put in the band's name. Hold up. You need to put in the band's name.
You need to put the band's name, because I only know a few singers' names or people's names in bands or whatever. So you need to include the name so people are like, oh my God, Quiet Riot, I remember them. I'm going to listen to this. When you just say someone's name, that could be your lawyer. People don't know. It could be your neighbor that like you had an argument over the fence and let's work it out. Like, I know you're trying to give them credit and everyone should know who they are because they're freaking huge and legends in what they do. But people don't know people's real names. All they know is the band name.
I think Paul might be a lawyer, actually. Just
fair enough. Bangers and mash.
Snoop, let's hear it. Popular demand.
What do you need to
hear?
You
gotta say bangers and
mash.
You have
to say bangers and mash in your accent.
Hello, have some bangers and mash or some spotted dick.
Spotted dick? Spotted dick.
Okay, we got one message from Ali Human Fit Girl, right? That's her new name.
Human?
Yeah.
Did she change it again? Oh, she changed it again?
Because of the Twitter shadow ban, remember?
Well, I know, but she changed it to Fit Girl Truth. Did she change it again?
Did she change again? What the fuck?
I don't know. Ali.
It was Fit Girl, Human Fit Girl.
Before we get
Vince
to the
is making shit up and then questioning his own made up shit.
No, I think she changed it to Human Fit Girl.
Well, she does have 2 pages. She could have changed her other page. So, fair enough. You know, she does have a second page.
Don't give him the benefit.
Is it Human Fit Girl or is it Fit Girl Truth?
It's Fit Girl Truth right now.
Right now.
For now.
Tomorrow is something else.
Well, she's commenting as Fit Girl Truth right now.
Oh, let me just remind you guys, if you want to leave a message or links that you want us to bring up, go to our Discord, which is in our Substack. It's in our Substack, which is phoneboothpodcast.substack.com.
It's above Vince's head. It's scrolling across the bottom somewhere. It's very simple. That's one thing I do love about Substack is not only do they put your name first and only theirs at the end, but they keep it very simple. It's not this ridiculous thing that people like. Literally, you type in phoneboothpodcast.substack.com and it takes you right to our stuff.
It takes you right to your stuff. Why the fuck is Snoop to the left? Anyways,
who cares?
Let's hear Human Fit Girl. Ali.
Human Fit Girl.
What about Alien Fit Girl? Where is that? Okay.
Hey guys, happy Monday. I will not be joining for the actual live chaos, but I did talk to myself the entire first, hour of the after party, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I pissed off the Twix overlords and all of my likes disappeared. A lot of my responses disappeared, so if I respond to you guys and it doesn't show, know that I love you. And cancer is actually the body's detox system that is making sure that everything is, contained and not just floating around your body. And Big Pharma thought it was a great idea to name it tumors and cancer that have to be biopsied so they can release all of the work that the body has already done. So biopsies are bad. That was probably what pissed off the Twix overlords because I have been posting about that all day. But definitely check out my post about it. It gives you a lot of information if you can see it.
Facts. Avoid the psyops and avoid the biops, baby.
Well said, bro. Well said. That's totally true. And for people who are like, oh, that's crazy, blah, blah, blah. We had a doctor on. I'm looking for the episode number because I can't remember them all, but he explained this exactly. He's talking about how cancer is basically crap built up in your body. And your body goes, oh, this garbage doesn't belong in here. Let's put it in this sack to separate it from the rest of the body, so it's excluded from interacting with it. And then they go in and they poke a hole in that sack to biopsy it. And then that stuff leaks out and it spreads through your whole body and goes everywhere all the time. And then they're like, oh, it's metastasized. Like, no, you poked a hole in the balloon and now the water's spraying everywhere.
Yeah, and it's so malicious the way they do it, because they'll slice into it, take a sample out, so they break that bubble, like you're saying. Then they'll say, okay, well, just wait 6 weeks, come back in 6 weeks, we'll take another biopsy just to make sure, and then they'll do another slit and do it again. Insane. So it's like intentionally spreading it as much as they can. I'll tell you, one of the most beautiful gifts in this world, for those of you who are on the fence about a lot of this truther stuff and alternative medicine, like, it is such a gift and a peace of mind once you realize that cancer is not a death sentence, because there's the cures out there. Once you understand what it is and understand the remedies to take to cure yourself, once you understand dementia and Parkinson's and all these other neurological diseases that they say there's no cure for, once you realize that those are all curable pretty easily and preventable, there's no fear. There's no fear anymore. You don't have to fear all these things that are coming, you know? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's crazy how simple the cures are too, you know? Just all the natural stuff, you know? And one of the things Allie likes to talk about is baking soda, how important just having some baking soda in your life, makes a big difference, you know? Do a shot.
Mm-hmm. Like Coca-Cola in the oven, is that the baking soda? I'm just kidding.
Should I go ahead and remove my YouTube stream now?
It's already gone, I'm sure.
You should have never had it up. So I posted the episode I was talking about with Dr. Tom Cowan in the comments of the post, not in the live chat, but in the comments of the post.
Beautiful.
Going back to the kids and Google. Yes?
That was an interesting conversation. Yeah. That was an interesting conversation, actually. The idea of children being more sensitive to entities from other dimensions, and that sensitivity waning over time, I think is really interesting. Tying that into sound frequencies was interesting as well. So I appreciated that connection.
Let me add one thing quickly that I just came up with. I just remembered when I was young, 4, 5, 6 years old, there was this American show. I don't know what the fuck it was called now.
Baywatch.
No, this was something horrific. Not horrific, but, you know, something that I got scared of. Wow. And trust me, I wouldn't be scared of titties. I don't think.
But allegedly.
I mean,
Freddie Mercury would beg to differ. Go ahead.
Freddie Mercury with tits. Freddie Mercury with tits would scare me. But actually, yes. But anyways, there was this show, kind of space-oriented show. You know, they were going to planets and shit. Anyways.
That is scary.
What's that about?
So, in this show, TV show, or whatever it was, that was like the first iterations of CGI. There was this kind of like dragon type of robot CGI that was in the show. And I do remember as a kid, I was sensing something scary with that. I saw the regular people looking human, you know, like reality, but that CGI thing scared me. I didn't know what it was. You know, I didn't know at 5 years old what CGI was, but something didn't feel right when I saw that CGI thing. Like,
yeah.
Anyways,
Because you're
that
so much
reminded
more
me.
awake than all of us, bro.
No, but
You're
it just
always
reminded me of the
gonna-
Alexa thing with the kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Being young and feeling it.
Was this before your DMT trips?
Yeah, at 5 years old, I believe it was.
It might have been.
Sure.
Jonah,
be.
you muted from your mic again, and I heard your fan, bro. I had to shake my finger at you.
Oh, see, there's no fan this time. It must just be a phenomenon when I turn it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what are you guys' thoughts about the Alexa kids?
Snoop, you're like a child mind. What do you think? Do you still does it still scare you?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's scary as fuck, dude. And to not think that it's scary is fucking absurd.
Yeah. No.
Like, I mean, like we're already experiencing some of the downfalls of AI. Like I saw a video the other day of a Tesla Cybertruck that just shut down on the side of the freeway in LA. Like they just remotely shut it down
because he didn't make his payments.
Well, there's he was
That's
like
so funny.
He was a famous he was a rapper, I guess.
Well, so yes, he didn't make his payments.
all right.
So
I don't. You guys want to assume that's on you. I'm
no, not because of his skin color, because of rappers never pay their bills on stuff, bro. You insinuated.
Well, it actually said it on the display, payment not received, and then it went into shutdown mode, which is hilarious.
But
I bet you his smoke detector battery needs changing too.
I'll say here's the thing too, because here's the thing is that's fucking dangerous. It's dangerous to just be able to shut it down.
That's what I would. Right in the lane.
Yeah,
right in the lane.
Right in the fucking lane.
If they're capable of auto drive, they should pull it off onto the shoulder at least.
Yes.
Why are you just stopping it in the lane? That's gonna kill somebody.
To the right side too.
Yeah. Hold on. Do you know why it stopped?
Do you ever listen when other people talk, bro?
Was it because of the bills, or was
that's what it said on the screen. It said
he missed his
payments, and it
well,
stopped.
Can it wait until I stop the car?
I
to
know
do that?
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's
he probably had multiple
danger to everybody.
He probably had multiple warnings and probably ignored them.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. When I see these fucking NPCs drive with this electric car,
no further comment.
When I see these NPCs driving and looking so content with their fucking electric cars, I get disgusted at them. Like, you dumb motherfuckers. You don't know what you're putting yourself into.
Is that because everybody drives bikes and you're just jealous of the one car?
No.
You don't drive a bike, you ride, by the way.
Vince, unfortunately, in our day and age, every vehicle is so filled with electronics now, they could shut any single vehicle.
I get it, but
it has nothing to do with EVs or not.
There are
I had a hybrid. I had a hybrid Kia, and it was the best car I have ever had.
That's like redundant. That's like saying I was gay. I had a hybrid Kia. I'm just messing with you.
So it's funny. So my brother was in the armed forces. He fought in Afghanistan, whatever. And so all the guys who served overseas would never get a Kia because that stands for killed in action. He did though. He did, and his buddies were like, because they're all superstitious, or a lot of them, and they were like, "Dude, what are you doing? Why are you getting a Kia? Come on, man. What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "That's all right. I got a Nokia phone." Cancels each other out.
Nokia. Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. Jonah's brother. Well played.
Nokia. But hold on. I don't agree with you, Jonah. There are degrees to the electronic shit in the car. There are degrees. Okay. If you don't,
I agree in the way. No, I agree in the way of fire and shit burning up and killing you and all that. I happen to think that EVs happen to have more technology in them because that's how they're trying to sell them. But there is zero stopping them from putting these in all cars, and they already have in a lot of other high-end cars.
I get it, but I just think it's even worse with these motherfuckers. You know why? Look at this Tesla motherfucker. It has zero real buttons.
That's why I say it's your fault. In 10 seconds, you just said motherfucker twice.
Well, I think the car is motherfucker.
Dualistic.
Dualistic, exactly. So they have no real physical buttons, no real switch. So when that motherfucker decides that you can't touch the screen anymore and you can't do anything to open the doors anymore, you're fucked, huh?
Most cars after 2008 or whatever it is don't even have a key to turn. It's a push button start.
It's
all the same thing. It's all the same thing.
Well, I'm saying we need to go back to 2008 and before that.
We need to go back to the 80s.
My truck still has roll-up windows and regular door locks.
Nice.
I have nothing automatic. I don't care, dude. Nothing can lock me out, man. Nothing.
I'm first in line for a late 80s Ford 350 truck that friends of mine are getting rid of next month, and I'm first in line for it. I'm so excited.
You better get it.
Beast. It's a beast, man. Oh man, I'm
what
so
is
excited.
this, Vince?
Talking about
if I could have any vehicle in the world, I'm not saying a specific year because I don't really care, but an old truck before there was any of the stuff in it, the old flare side ones, that all the way would be my vehicle.
This one doesn't even have power locks. You have to lean over and pull the pin up.
Yeah, my truck doesn't either. Mine doesn't either, but
it's a man's car.
Talking about back in the days, look at this.
He is talking on the phone, getting out of hand. Look out! You need phone relief.
I love
the ultimate
these.
and hands-free phone design. Watch. Simply attach the special double back fastener to any phone. Then attach the phone relief headset. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for remotes. Now talk hands-free anywhere, anytime. Office work is a pain for Mr. Phone in the Neck, but you won't miss a beat with hands-free freedom. A must for the entire office. Work goes quicker and easier. The padded headset removes this easily and is fully adjustable. Best of all, Phone Relief works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95.
Oh my God,
call
that
toll free
one's
to
good.
order by credit card and make this your last Phone in the Neck call.
Phone in the neck.
Dude,
oh my God, that's like they just came out with that this week in Sweden, huh?
Yeah, doesn't that look like a skit from Saturday Night Live or some shit like that?
I agree with him. I agree with Haywood here. Quit it, Wince. You own a Tesla. Coming from a guy who doesn't know how many humps a camel has. Hashtag his Tesla.
Wait, so is that a joke that he doesn't know how many humps a camel has? Why? Why is that a joke? Explain this to me.
I said 2. Oh. Does it have 3?
Yeah, watch cartoons.
Oh, you sit in between the 3, it becomes 2, right?
Dualistic.
Is this a thing? Are we really?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is an inside joke. Haywood's been teasing Wince for a while, for about a week or something. Snoop knows apparently, according to
So
Haywood.
tell me,
the origin of this joke.
Or Snoop, how many humps does a camel have, bro?
I don't know what he's talking about. I think 2 would be the answer. I guess I have
think
to
there
agree
is
with
2
our fellow camel rider here.
You
I
think
there's
so?
2.
I think
it's
most
2?
camels have 1, isn't it?
I generally think most camels have 1. Yes.
Just
dualistic humps.
You could always Google it, bro. It'll tell you. It's not that hard. Whoa, turn that shit down.
Way loud, way loud.
Holy shizen.
Gotta love the 80s kids in a wife beater.
I think this is the 90s. Let me see. High school in the 90s before social media.
Dude, people were so much more wholesome. So sad.
Because they had to focus on real life. You know? There wasn't this fucking
They were present to each other. There was a light in everybody's eyes. Yep.
Right? But now, just like
Nobody
the
was
video
looking at
Ted
their
shared,
phones.
just like the video Ted shared the other stream with these what was it? Indian people. What was it? These
Street shitters.
The tribal people who never had
that Native American.
Native American.
Oh, actually no, they weren't American. They were just natives. Oh yeah.
Whatever they were.
They're like Peruvian or something crazy.
Yeah, they did not have technology.
Some crazy like Peruvian.
They did not have technology, and then they got.
May I share the screen of a camel here?
I didn't ask you for a picture. I asked you to Google how many humps.
Dualistic.
Yeah, look, I see 2 humps on that camel's back right there, boy.
Hey, this should be the symbol of the dualistic podcast.
I agree, man.
Should
That'd be
be.
fun. That'd be fun.
Well, yeah, you go with that, bro. Yes, that's an awesome idea.
But instead of camel, just call
What?
it a camel toe. Instead, I think that's much more socially acceptable. You just go with that. Okay, wins.
Camel toe Harry. I'll go with camel.
Just
It
trust me.
depends on the type of camel. Dromedary camels, also known as Arabian camels, Vince, have 1 hump.
Oh, they're retarded.
While Bactrian camels have 2 humps.
It's either 1 or 2. Dualistic.
Anything.
Wow.
Anything.
I think it's just code, right? Binary.
Yeah, it's all code.
It's binary.
The camel is a code.
It's just dualistic.
Everything is dualistic, even your asshole.
Camels
I don't know how your asshole is dualistic, but yeah, it is.
Camels prove we're in a simulation, bro.
Yeah.
1010.
Now look at this. Look at this. 90s and 2000s technology are officially in museums in 2025.
That's
Vince is trying to get us to go back in time.
Yeah, fuck this time, man.
90s and 2000s technology is officially in museums in the year 2025. I
like that voice.
See, they had to put it behind glass so that he didn't steal them.
Right. Oh, he will steal them. He will try to steal them. Look. Hold on. Look at the end. At least he will try to touch them.
Turn it down a little bit. Oh, there's a payphone. I love that.
Oh, phone booth.
He's trying. He's trying. That's so funny. Called it. You got to put that back up when Ted is back. That's so funny. I called it.
Maybe he thought, hey, Jonah, maybe he thought, like, this shit is in the museum. It might be worth a hell of a lot of money if I take this shit, right? It's in the museum. It might be worth $1,000.
You know what's funny, guys, is my first cell phone was in 2014.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I don't believe that. There's no way.
No, because I was in the monastery.
You were a monk.
So I didn't even have a cell phone until 2014. Can you believe that?
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Dude, I
like
think
the only time I logged in,
jealous.
I would have to back in the day, like the only instant messaging I ever had was AOL Instant Messenger. And when I came out of the monastery and back to the States, a friend of mine was like, dude, look it up. I was talking about something. He was like, dude, look it up on YouTube. And I was like, what's YouTube? In 2014. Yeah, I was what's YouTube? And he's like, bro, really?
You know, Jonah, I think
that's crazy.
So you'll pardon me, Vince, if I'm a little slow in learning Substack and recording and all that stuff.
I will pardon you. I will pardon you.
It's the sandals. It's the sandals and the robes. Just get over it. We'll be fine. We'll get there.
But I think, listen, I think that has to have done something to you in a way. You know what I mean? Like you are not as.
For the longest time, I considered text messages a real affront to privacy. To me, it was like the rudest thing, because the minute if I call you and you can't answer, you don't answer, and there's no message communicated. But if I text you, I know you read it. And therefore, there's an unspoken pressure to respond within a certain time period, or you're being rude. It's a total invasion of privacy. It's interesting. That's my perspective. But
that is.
You're right.
I never thought about it from that perspective. That is interesting.
That is. I agree.
Yeah.
And let's say you saw the message, and then life happened.
That's why I have my read receipts turned off. But yes, still,
yeah. And
they're like, I know you've looked at your phone in the last 6 hours. I know you've looked at it. All right.
Yeah, but life can still happen to you, and you forget about it, and you move on until a week later. You're like, oh shit, oh yeah.
That happens to me all the time. My cousin or my mom will text me, and I'm at work, and I'm like, oh cool, yeah, I'll respond later, and then Yep, gone. At work, get home, do this. It's gone.
Most people would understand, but that's not the point. It's the subtle psychological pressure, whether or not you know them well enough to know that they'll understand. There's still that psychological pressure that's unspoken but felt. It's interesting.
You know, I've said this many times before, but it's not a human way of communicating that shit. Texting is not the way we're supposed to communicate. And then you look at the Globies, they're like, I like texting. That's all I want to do. I don't want to come on with voice on your show or you guys' show. I don't want to come on there with voice. I'm comfortable. Huh?
No one's asking you to show your disfigured face. Just use your voice. It's okay.
Yeah. One of them even said,
Vince, if they've never come in their lives, how would you expect them to come on a podcast?
I mean, they have to come at some point. Like,
do they?
On their NASA sheets.
So yeah, but one of them said, I like the comfortability of being able to respond when I want to respond.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I mean, you know, like you're saying that texting is so unnatural. Isn't talking on the phone or something like that just as unnatural?
Not as, but it is.
I don't
a little
think
bit.
so.
It's a little bit unnatural.
I don't
because
think talking on the phone is. Yeah, I agree. It's slightly unnatural, but that means that a blind person never has a natural communication in their life. So I don't buy into that.
That's not true. That's not true because they do Braille and shit, right?
Yeah, because that's natural.
But hold on,
memorizing bumps on something is natural.
Is that natural for them though?
I feel like you're just coming at me, bro.
No, you know why, Ted? You know why he's coming at you? Because he's taking offense because he likes to text this motherfucker.
I know. That's why.
You know,
yes, you do.
Yes,
and let me say,
it depends on the situation. I would much rather call on the phone. Like I would much rather have a phone conversation. But I feel like that's
evil, though.
I think it's more invasive because people are busy. They're working. They're doing other things.
Oh, I get that.
It's not always appropriate to call. So I'll send a text just saying, you know, reply when you're able to. And that I feel like a text is a better way to. You know, just because there's like, I don't need an answer right away most of the time. You know what I mean? Like I can wait for your response. So it's easier to text, you know?
I get it, but it's not natural.
I agree with you, Snoop, in the sense that like now we're so habituated to it. And also like with amongst certain friends, there's an understanding like you're fine, whatever. But in general, the idea of just like sending a message, because like if I call you and you can't answer, fine, you'll get to me when you can. You don't know what I was calling about unless I leave a voicemail. Then when are you going to listen to it, you know? But if I know that you might be on your phone doing something else and bink, it says, hey, what are you doing this evening? As the pop-up notification, no matter what you're doing, it's in your face. I just interrupted whatever the hell you're doing, right? And so like there's a level of lack of boundaries that are basically
but all of them are an interruption. All of them are an interruption, whether or not it's a phone call, a text message, a whatever. Yeah, it's an interruption.
If my phone rings and it goes and I do it, it's done, and I'm like, oh, I'll call them later. But a text, it's sitting there staring at you.
A text has actual,
but so is a voice message.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't care about
it is different though. Like it is psychologically, emotionally different because I know when I send you a text message, Snoop, and you leave me unread for weeks. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Like I know
that's never happened though.
Exactly. That's why it's a joke. Yeah, I'm just kidding. No, but like if someone leaves you unread, it like as the hours go on, as the days go on, it sucks. Like you feel it.
But also, you know, but as someone that sends text messages, you have to remember that happens. People get caught up in life. They get busy. They're not going to always remember to reply to that message.
I don't have to respond to all yours right away now? Thank
all
you.
Right. That's a good cop-out if you want to use it. I mean, that's great.
So 2 things before we get too far. One, Snoop, you know I love you to death, but you suck
I love you
at
too.
Texting. You suck at texting, bro. And here's the reason. Because you text as if people know what you're talking about when you're texting them.
Yeah, you should know what I'm talking about.
So you'll be like, oh, that fucking frame is all fucked up. Like, frame of what? What the fuck are you talking? Again, I know that's never happened, that particular, but I'm half retarded. You got to say like, hey, remember when we were talking about
my
blah, blah,
IQ
blah?
score, so.
Remember when we were talking about blah, blah, blah? Then say what you're going to say. I need a reference point when you start with something. Because, I mean, it hasn't happened in a while. But, like, sometimes before, I was like,
if being accused
how
of
do
a
I
bad
respond to
texter
this?
is the worst thing I've get told, it's not that bad.
Well,
I'll take being a bad texter.
See, me and Ted has established a thing where we can text, right? A little bit. But
Right,
then if
because
it looks
it's
like
halftime, like you do it on half American.
do we always have to joke each fucking time somebody speaks? Do we always have to insert a joke? It gets irritating after a while. It does, because there is no flow here. It's always
You know how funny it sounds coming from you saying that?
Yeah. Continue, Vince. But yes.
So we have established a way where we can text each other. But as soon as one of us is showing indication of not understanding, we either go to voice message or call. We first try with a voice message. If it's still a little, unsure, like, does he understand? Then it goes to the call. The call is the last resort. You know?
But I will say the second thing I wanted to say to that is that on this whole subject, when we're all old enough to remember back in the day when you would call a friend, even before cell phones. Dude, I had a girlfriend that lived at a college, and I ran up like a $900 long distance bill sitting in the kitchen talking to her. I paid for it. I had a job. I'm just saying. I wasn't even living with my parents at the time, but I'm just saying, like, so kids now don't even know what a long distance bill is. But
they don't remember having to get free nights and weekends. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, even that. Jeez. So
$900 in 1970 is a lot, dude.
1970. I wasn't even alive for 12 years after that. Anyway, so remember back in the day, you used to call a friend on the phone and you'd call them about one thing. And then the conversation would go to so many different places.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with text generally. It's ba ba ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, emoji, done.
Very binary.
And that's it.
Dualistic.
Yes. Dualistic.
Well, that's why I keep it short in text messages, because it's supposed to be just a short message.
I mean, you keep it a little too short, though.
All right.
What's
up? Who's my favorite rapper? Too short?
Too short.
Speaking of
Did
which,
you say
actually,
two?
Dualistic.
Speaking of what, just to riff off of what you just said, Ted, what's interesting is that's kind of how our streams go. Our streams go like phone calls used to.
Yeah,
like we'll start talking about one thing and just go wherever.
This is a party.
I think that's part of what's refreshing. You know?
Hold on, are you saying that we are just an original phone call in the phone booth from the 90s? Is that what we are?
Thank you, because that's how this was started. That's where phone booth came from.
Can you speak to that more?
Bill and I used to have phone conversations, and we would talk. We would call about one thing after work or whatever, and it would turn into these crazy long conversations about lizard people and flat earth and all this, even though it was about like, hey, next week my daughter has a dance recital, do you want to come? But it would turn into these other things, and we used to be like, oh my god, we should record this should be the recordings. And then we started our Twitters, and then people were like, oh, you should start a podcast. And we were like, the podcast should be those phone calls, because that's awesome. And the very first idea I had, which I'm so glad I got talked out of it for the podcast, was phone calls to the moon, because it was going to be basically all about flat earth. And it started with phone calls and the Nixon call to the moon and all that. And Death was like, hey, why don't we just call it the phone booth? Because, Bill and Ted's. But I was like, oh, yeah, that's way better. Phone booth podcast. Thanks, bro. So he's the one who came up with the name. But yes.
Great, Death.
But it was all about good conversations with people with no agenda.
Love that.
No, this is what we plan to talk about. That's why maybe I'm a bad host when we have guests, but I don't care, man. I want to have the conversations I want to have. And
Right.
the conversations I want to have, shut the fuck up, Snoop. The conversations I want to have are like when you have a friend that you trust fully, and that friend has a friend that they trust fully, but you've never met them. But you know that because you trust this person and they trust them, that you can be yourself with them or that person. And those are the conversations I want to have. Like, I know you're on my level, so let's put all the pleasantries aside and let's have a real fucking conversation with someone that I know is not going to judge me and isn't going to fucking freak out on me. So that's the whole premise to me of what I want to do here. Sorry, Snoop. I love you. Go ahead and talk now.
I like having conversations too. Go on.
Oh man, is that it?
I like baseball. I like pizza, Steve.
No, I mean, dude, yeah. You just hit every nail on the head. With what you're saying right there. Just it's just so important to talk about things. Just talking to anybody, man. That's what I love about. Like what you were saying that you changed the name because you weren't too focused on flat Earth. I think that was important for me when I was starting Here's the Thing podcast, was that I wasn't too focused on one thing. Like I want to talk about it all, and that's why I'm super excited to talk to the musician Paul Sortino from Quiet Riot Band and Rough Cut.
You're learning,
and this guy's just a marketer. Let's go.
I love it.
And
he's definitely sold used cars at one point in his life.
I've never sold used cars before, but I would.
Well,
like
let's go.
You had a job. Maybe you weren't successful.
I would probably be pretty good at it. Check out Here's the Thing podcast with Paul Sortino from the band Quiet Riot and Rough Cut, and you've seen them all over Las Vegas.
Out tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out. And we're going to have a ghost out on Thursday. You'll see a second episode coming out Thursday with a surprise guest. Can't wait for y'all to check it out.
You're dropping 2 episodes in 1 week?
Boom, boom, boom.
Bro, you didn't clear this with me, bro. You didn't clear this with me.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Tune in tomorrow. It might not be quiet, but it will be a riot. It'll be fantastic. Come on down. 6 p.m. It'll be the best.
If you think you're happy on Tuesday, you're going to be sure happy it's Thursday.
Okay. Hold on. Going back to what you said, Ted.
Ted?
About people not being so sensitive, and you can just relax and talk almost whatever you want with them. That's a rare thing, though, today, isn't it? Like, we're talking...
It is, and I used to be guilty of that myself, that I couldn't do that. Like, I took everything as criticism. Anything someone said, if you don't agree with me, then you think I'm stupid for thinking what I think. You got to get outside that shit. You got maybe. You got to get outside that shit. You got to get outside it.
Yeah.
You're an intelligent person. I'm not talking to all of you. Some of you are dumb as fuck, but most of you, you're intelligent people, and you need to own that and know that you're correct in your beliefs and that you can talk about them, and it's okay to. Because some of the best conversations I had in my life, I never would have had if I didn't say something that I was reluctant to say earlier in life. Like, those are the good conversations. Maybe you walk away with one thing bad, but the whole thing overall is usually good. In this whole entire, what do we at, 105 episodes, I don't even know how many live streams, there's only been one time where I left the podcast and was like, God, I wish I didn't do that. And that was with FTFE. That was the only single time that I walked away.
Yeah.
And not even joking, I went and took a shower after. Like fucking, like I felt dirty. Like it was just a bad experience. But that was the only one ever. No, you don't. But yes, you do.
I want to watch this, yes. Should I? Maybe I should react to it.
So, yes, that'd be fucking,
I'll react to it.
Yes, do it.
In a dualistic
we got about 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on this before we go to the Substack. So, Vince, why don't you show them real quick how to do it, because people are half to 3/4 retarded sometimes.
They're just half to 3/4.
That's all.
So you go to Substack, phoneboothsubstack.com right here.
All you have to do is literally go to your web browser, type in phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, and it will take you right to where we are right now. And then Vince, go from here.
Oh, hold on. You just reminded me that we should change the headline here to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com because that might be confusing right here when they see the headline here saying Phone Booth Production Substack. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, so we will change that. We'll change
anyway.
That. So you go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. I know it's long, but it has to have Phone Booth Podcast in it, so it is what it is. So yeah, you go in here, right here, and it says Substack live stream, blah blah blah. Here is just one link simplified. Okay, this will be the
live
link.
Stream link. That's all you have to do is you click that and then show them.
You click that. You come into
and it takes you to the Rumble
stream.
private link, and there you are. Here we are. It'll be.
That's so simple. Even a former monk could figure it out.
It's so simple. Even Haywood could do it.
Hey, Jublu. Hey, okay.
Whoa. We've gone well off the rails on the name now. Hey, with Jublu.
Jublu. Going back to the conversation there. So I see it a little bit like this. Like when a comedian goes into a club, comedic club, I pretty much accept that they are allowed to, experiment with their mind in there. Like I will not take offense because I know I'm watching a comedian and they have to be allowed to, explore their thoughts and words and everything freely. Because if you put a limit on them, then the humor
won't be funny. Yeah,
the humor gets a limit. So I see it as that. When I speak to you guys, it feels like we're all the comedians in the club. We can say sometimes very stupid shit, but we have to be able to be saying that because sometimes from a stupid shit like Snoop, something good can come
I don't know why you have to point the finger at me. Why are you going to single me out, Vince? What the fuck?
Well, because he literally said stupid shit, and you're a stupid shit. So
you know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
Snoop, he didn't say anything. You gotta
come
back.
Isn't that a little redundant, Ted? The piece of shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, why you gotta single me out? Like, that's a cheap shot,
Okay, the whole of shit. Like
it's not beyond me to take a cheap shot.
The whole
of shit.
The whole of shit, not the piece of it. It's the whole cake.
Dude, did the comments cut off or does just no one care? The last thing was Haywood like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, keep going.
Let me see what happened. Is anybody on Twitter?
Yeah, I can be.
Okay, try it out.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Maybe some people they're like more interested in the conversation than actually commenting.
Wish.
I mean, why else would they watch and not comment? You know what I mean? Like that's weird.
Yeah. Up above, if you hit the down arrow, it'll show you the breakdown of how many people are on which stream. So there's still a lot of people going on. So.
But they just don't want to comment.
Boom.
Yeah, Snoop. Yeah, I do smoke a lot. But anyways, going back to that, right? I think the whole idea of trying to inspire more people to be in that way when it comes to conversations, I think that's a brilliant thing. It's a beautiful, brilliant thing because
we're multitasking. Down in the hole says, "Thank you, down in the hole."
Got it, down in the hole.
I don't see Snoop's comment though.
I see it in the Twitter.
Now I do. It came up after down in the holes for me.
So because it feels like a lot of even truthers, awakened people, they got this layer of sensitivity. Some have it more, some have it less.
It's human. It's ego. It's human pride. It's ego. That's what it is. People can't speak their minds because they're afraid of what people think of them. It's
that.
I think it's also a maturity thing. Once you've been through enough in your life, you don't really give a damn at all what people think.
So it's a confidence thing. Confidence in yourself, in what you believe in, whatever.
Confidence, life experience, maturity. I think it's all good.
Okay, this is interesting, and I'm not even trying to plug my shit right now, but the episode that I'm putting out on Thursday, we talk about this type of thing, about facing that fear and having no fear for doing things. Like, it's pretty interesting. So,
are you talking about how people see you, like how they think of you?
Yeah, well, it's just like this guy has been in prison with murderers and crazy people, so he has no fear of doing the things that he does. You know,
I like it.
Yeah,
This is the special guest from Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday.
Yep.
Okay,
Thursday,
so
6 p.m. Eastern.
You guys then talk about how important it is to not give a fuck about what people think.
No, we don't necessarily dive into the fact of why it's so important to not give a fuck, but he touches on how he doesn't give a fuck, and that's how he's able.
I'm not watching. I thought you guys
want to be
cover it.
rude.
Hold on. I thought you guys were getting into that subject, and you're not. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, like you. So,
did you branch off too quickly and left that subject?
From now on, every podcast under Phone Booth Productions has to address how Vince leans forward to talking his mic.
Okay.
So,
did you guys
what you've done now, instead of interrupting me verbally, you've thrown in digital interruptions. You know,
how?
With your little music there, and then you won't even let me get a word in.
No, I said, so do you guys talk about that? You're like, no, we don't really go into it that much. And I got disappointed.
As you should be.
Because you didn't let me finish the description.
Okay, finish then.
I already
You got a minute and 30 seconds left. Hurry up, bro.
All right, just check it out.
I know. I'm joking.
We get into, just the legality of a lot of things. And I think a lot of people are going to find this episode interesting. We get into some definitions of laws and different.
Are you going
things.
to tell us who it is?
Direct D is his name. You can go ahead and Google Direct D for anybody out there.
Check out his YouTube.
Hold on. Is that 2 D's? DD.
Direct, one word, and then D.
It's the dualistic.
DD.
The double D.
Okay, Mr. Promoter.
Christopher Ruff, aka Direct D.
All right.
You just look him up. You can look about all his cases and about how he's dealt with some of these madmen's, in prison. So,
madmen.
He was a good conversation, man. Like
Sounds really interesting.
All right, everybody, go to the phoneboothpodcast.substack.com and click the first thing you see
Put
on
it
the
full screen. Do it.
In the
click
home
that
page,
link right there. There's a link.
Click that shit. Click that shit to get into the after party, because we're closing down everywhere else. We're closing down right now. Even
see you later.
YouTube.
Don't be lazy.